Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rafa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamelas.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rafa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamelas.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as a media partner. I'm C. I'm going to be host and caster for this series, joined by Aggressive, and we're here in this finals weekend, starting us off with the lower bracket finals between Noble Esports and Slay Them With Respect. It's going to be an exciting matchup, isn't it, Aggressive?
So I will respect the underdogs of this entire story. No longer the underdogs stated by Oppo, because they've proven themselves. They're coming in to the lower bracket finals, the top 4 of this entire series. They're looking to take it all away from the side of Noble Esports. And Noble Esports, they had a hard, grueling fight yesterday, going to 18 and 16. Let's go into the map veto screen while we talk about this, because that match was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, for Noble Esports, it was an extremely intense matchup that involved a lot of sort of just re-evaluation in with respect to how they were approaching the game within the game itself, within a particular map. Not just the 18-16 map 1, but even in map 2 where it was slightly more comfortable, the rounds itself are very close. Now, for this matchup today, we have the exact same maps that we saw yesterday for Noble, which is Ascent, Bind, and Haven coming through, and that gives me the belief that Noble, they're gonna have the confidence having gone through that grueling setup yesterday. For now, though, we're gonna go into the agent screen. It's gonna be standard picks all throughout. For Noble, it's gonna be the Jet and Raze double duelist composition with the Omen, Cypher, and the Sova for Rexy coming through. For Slay Them With Respect, just almost the exact same, with the key difference being the Phoenix for Bond, and we know how good he can be on that Phoenix. So I'm curious to see how like this difference of the Phoenix versus the Raze in either composition will end up working out.
The Phoenix will allow for much more of the aggressive control over short. I've told you this over and over again. When it comes to short control and mid control, having that flash allows you to like absolutely take full control over that side while being safe yourself. And of course, with Phoenix, you do have the molly to to actually take control over the side of pizza, because normally people sit in that pizza corner and you need to expose yourself to market and to the CT side where opponents can just sit there, go for those jiggle peaks and take you out, allowing you to completely clear out multiple sidelines with that Phoenix. But this Raze can do the same, but in a much more, let's say, you need to expose yourselves a little bit more when you're playing that Raze. But Hika, he's one of those players, he has the confidence, he has the aim, and he has the game sense to make all of these work. So it's just going to be a battle of who's going to be playing it better, Hika or Bondef going onto that Phoenix. Because Bondef, if he plays exceptionally well and he has that run it back available, like if he can cycle that run it back constantly with the ultimate rolls, with his own kills, he's gonna be on the top side of it all because of the utility he's gonna be bringing down to the table, which is more in comparison to, I believe, the Raze.
I do think that the Raze, while she does not have the straight up utility as compared to Phoenix, she has a much more ability to be able to use the grenades and the boombots for utility, and Hika always does that. Right now,
My god! Oh my
attack
god!
and slay them with respect on the defense. Love with the triple headshots, fighting a triple
Oh my god!
fourth kill of his first round. Love will find the headshot, and that's a flawless pistol round to start us off for Slay Them With Respect. Love not missing a single head. That's how you start the lower bracket finals.
Do you know what I saw? I was staring at the minimap. Love hit 2 bullets. Sorry, 3 bullets. Look at this. What was this? Love, you woke up on the right side of the bed today. Forget Strokey from yesterday. I want to know what you had for breakfast today before you woke up. It's just in the afternoon only. So you're feeling fresh. You're feeling reinvigorated. And this is the Love that we're seeing down on the table. No one's going to have a hard time fighting up against it. This was just Love bragging out of his mind when he was going in for the pushes. But it's going to be another fast push coming out from the side of Noble Esports. It's going to be one. He's taking down another one as well. All their headshots are reigning supreme. He's going for them shots. But Sami, he's way too quick with that classic. He fights too. Sami's channeling his inner Noble side as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be leaving Juven and the Omen in a 2 versus 3 scenario. Side control has been established at the bare minimum though, and a lot of guns have been found by the side of Noble Esports. Sega, he does have the Spectre in hand with Rexy on his side, so let's see what they're going to be doing. Good call coming out from the defenders to stick together, Slay Them With Respect. They're playing their time, they're playing it well, they're playing it smart. It's going to be Rexy going in for the smart play, using a recon bull to try and find their positions, but already the flank is coming out from the entirety of Noble Esports. They're going to go up to the top side. It's going to be Sami. He's answering back with his own shot, leaving Appa in a 1v2 scenario. Going immediately, he's going in from the sides. He's trying to get the shots off, but Sami coming in massive with the classic right clicks. Hits the first shot and goes in for the second because of the tags that he got out. We're able to come out on that round, and the eco round goes in favor of Noble Esports.
Flawless in round 1, thrifty in round 2. Both of these teams setting us up for an amazing lower bracket finals to boot. I'm really excited to what's to come. But Sami, as you said, Noble, they were on the eco round, they went for the eco rush into the A side, and the way they're able to explode onto side, prevent Love from really finding multiple kills. Even though he finds a double, he's not able to stay alive for longer, meaning Sami able to really finish Love and Bond off with his classic and then get the guns for Noble Esports and win them that thrifty round. Now Noble, they're the team with the eco advantage. Slay Them With Respect forced onto an eco round for themselves, and this is Noble's chance to take the lead in this first half, in this first map, and take the lead in the attacking side no less. Now Noble, They went for the rush in the first few rounds, went for the B in the first round, went for the A in the second. This time they're gonna switch it up once again, play it really slow. It's gonna be Harsh on the lurk and side towards mid, able to find the first kill. Harsh on the lurk will take down Nepu. Bond finds a return kill onto Harsh though, makes it 4v3 for Noble Esports. Now Bond will use the molly to heal himself up and looking for the aggressive push, will pop out the flash to go for A even more. Has the gun to
One
his
player
name, but
remaining.
Sami backing his teammate up will find one. And Rexy towards his side with another 4v1 for Noble. Noble with a massive lead.
Oh, well, they had the lead on their side, but Appa, he does have the headshot range, but Sami, he's just be running straight on through, and Sai on that off angle with that Vandal is able to clean it all up. This was the eco round for the side of Slaythem with respect, so this gun round is gonna matter the most. A lot of the buys coming out from the last round is gonna be coming through for this round for the side of Noble, being Rexy. He does have that Spectre in hand, and the other one well, there was one more Spectre, but he upgraded towards that Vandal. They have a lot of money to work with, so even if they lose this round, they still have enough to buy up on that next round. And a lot of broken buys have to be coming out from the side of Slaythem with respect, because they opted to go in for the Sheriffs instead of the full saves. And this may hurt them a little bit, but at the same time, it's Bond F going on to it. And even with 25 HP, even with 25 HP less, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Now, 5v5 on the map. Noble once again going for the slow playstyle, waiting for the aggressive push to come out from Slaythem. Not willing to commit on their own. They will get spotted out by the recombo, and that's a bunch of information for Slaythem respect. But Hika, he's just gonna push in. He's gonna try to take out Bond. Will not be able to do so, but Sai with this duo able to back him up and find the return kill, make it 4v4. Now Noble, they've created a ton of pressure towards the mid catwalk area, and you can see that's forcing out the rotations for Slaythem with respect. But the spike is at B main on Rexy, and that spike now gonna slowly but surely move towards that B side. Sai needs to find a way to get out of here. He's covered on both sides and just has 13 HP.
Sai getting hit by that shotgun. It's gonna be hurting a lot, but he's not taking it in the right corner. It's gonna be Love coming up on that engagement because of the HP loss that he had. And Love, he's only at 44 HP, but he has found a lot of information, and they're gonna be executing down onto this B side. They're gonna be running on in. Sami, he goes in through the cyber case to see what he can find, but at the same time, he gets spammed out by Jubin. An expert free fire coming out from the side of Jubin to cut off any form of rotation that could be sitting there on that side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a 4 versus 2 retake scenario coming out for their side. The Shockdart does reign supreme, but at the same time, Juven with that recon roll, he spots out the last 2 remaining members, but Rexy, he's way too quick with his own headshot. He's able to find one. Nepu answers back on the sidelines under Hirsch, and Rexy does go down to the hands of Love. Love does hurt a lot, and Slaythem with respect. They take round number 4 to their side.
The information reigning supreme for Slaythem respect. First the recon bolt, and then the spy camera spotting out Harsh. Man, the Harsh and Rexy not really able to find comfortable post-alarm positions, constantly being revealed and constantly forced to reposition. Slaythem respect with their man advantage do a comfortable retake and are now push us to an even scoreline at 2-2. Now for both of these teams, they lack one of the strongest agents that we've seen teams like Velocity and Godlike use, which is the Breach. So for them, it's all about trying to get shot control as much as possible, all about trying to get that first blood, because without like that key agent in Breach, it's much harder to try and take mid control against a team which has the double duelist lineup, because you can expect that those double duelists to always be protecting that mid angle. Now, Rexy did spot out one with his recon drone, and he's looking to take him down with the Hunter Suri, but will end up missing the tags and will not land a single shot. Instead, Sai towards mid will take down an aggressive looking Love, and now Bond barely threads the needle and finds a headshot onto Sai to make it even Stevens on the board. The Boombot will be taken out towards Bond, but will not find him just yet. Bond electing to just take a step back and reposition. It's 4v4 on the map, and now Noble making the rotation with the mid control for Hika, looking towards B.
That was just an absolute bloodbath coming out, and it's gonna be Hirsch though answering back on his side as well. He's able to take out Appa, but Juven, he's sitting on the back of Sai. He's probably gonna be able to find one on the Zombie, and Zombie does go down to the back end. He's gonna be able to take out Hirsch as well. A lot of control has already been established, but in a 2v2 retake scenario, this is gonna be really difficult because Hika, he's at that off angle. He has his crosshair straight. He gets that headshot, but Nepu, he's way too quick on the refrag. He's gonna be able to fight it all. And Nepu, he's checking inside of side, but he may just get caught out from the sideline. Nepu with that expert game sense is able to take it out on Rexy. He takes them all down and slay them with respect, going to a 3-2, ladies and gentlemen. And Bondep, that opening kill was just so beautiful. He utilized the mechanics of FPS shooters down to the T because, first of all, that is called what we call peeker's advantage. He took a long-range peek from a corner while Sai was taking close range peek, and Sai didn't even see him at all when he died in that scenario, but Bond could see him instead as half of his body was showing. That was so well played from their side. And as well at the very end on that retake scenario, they played it together, they stuck it together. Nepu, that was expert game sense coming out from him. He was checking his right side and knowing that Rexy didn't really have a lot of time after him planting this fight. So actually, he would, if he wanted to, he would have already came up the staircase if he was pushing from there or taken a peek from garage to get that kill onto him. Knowing that, he just immediately looked at on the left hand side on Speedway, knowing that that's the only other place that he can push up from at this point of time. Perfect execution, perfect timing, and Nepu, this is why he's one of the clutchest players we know.
I mean, you have to wonder though that what would have happened, say, had Rexy not chosen to push up and instead chosen to play for their time, electing to just wait for Nepu to push in, given the fact that the spike had been planted and it was a 1v1 situation, with Rexy having knowledge of Nepu's position, given the fact that Hika able to find that first kill. Rexy instead going for the aggressive peek ends up getting caught out by the smart plays coming out from Nepu, and it's SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT.
God.
And Love with the aggressive peek will find one, will take him down and will dash away from Hush with the rest of Noble moving in aggressively, will find the return kill. Sai with another, and Noble they're on a semi-buy round of sorts, but these are the rounds where they look so scary when they go for the rushes and they're just able to surprise the opposition to the max. Now Noble with the advantage. Hunter's Fury is coming out for Juven, but it's going to be Hush and Rexy finding one more. Maybe yet another semi-thrifty round coming out for Noble.
This may just well be possible. Juven, he does use that Hunter Fury, gets a couple of tags, but at the same time, he's gonna get spotted out by this Owl Drone. And the smart idea would be to actually just run away and save this gun, because only 700 credits left to his name. He needs to try and save something for his team at the bare minimum. Goes in for the spray, but Sai, with that jiggle from the side, is able to dodge out his bullets at the bare minimum. And Noble Esports taking one more round off the board, and the teams are going, like, this is just a back and forth merry-go-round of these rounds coming out, because 3-3 and both economies are taking massive hits. Even if Noble are winning, they need to start establishing a lead, or one of these teams need to start establishing a lead, because the way that the economy is going, it's going to be one round for them, one round for you if you just keep on winning these eco rounds.
Yeah, I mean, Noble, the fact that they're able to pull off such rounds, it gives them a huge advantage, because on the attacker side especially, we saw how proficient Noble was on the defender's side in Ascent yesterday, when they're able to just control their angles and play for the retakes. Noble, if they're able to make it an even scoreline, say 6-6 on the attacker side, they will be extremely content with that scoreline. So it's all about that for them. Now Noble, having won that semi-buy round, they've forced SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT into an eco round, and it's up to SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT to try to pull off some plays. Love trying to do just that with the B main push coming out, but Rexy is predicting that. He was waiting, and he's going to find one, going to find the second. Instead, it's going to be Sami taking him down. Sami and Rexy looking towards that B main to get Noble. Now a 3-man advantage. Zika finds one. Nepu though, wow, what was that?
Nepu with those long range shots. He comes in with the classic. He does the dance of death coming out from the side. He's gonna be able to find it all. And Rexy, he's still planted down at that B main angle, was holding it down, crouched. He finds one onto Love in that situation. Love is like, what is this man doing here, standing out in the open, crouched down in front of me? But these are the off angle plays that give you a lot of these rounds. They're gonna be able to find it all. And that was a well-played round coming out from the side of Noble Esports. They played it patient, knowing that SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, being on their eco round, are trying to push out as much as possible to try and take the fight towards us. They played it smart, they played it slow, and they read exactly what SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT were going to be doing. 3-4 is the scoreline, and a score lead has been stated for the side of Noble Esports, so they have a lot of money to work with moving forward into this next round.
Yeah, we're talking about a lot of money. We're gonna get an operator coming out from Love, and that could be devastating for either Noble or SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT. For Noble, they're looking to completely bypass the operator, going for the fast B-side rush, using the Hunter's Fury coming out from Noble Esports, and the showstopper for Hika. Hika will find the first kill. Appa able to return, but Sami there to back him up and find another. And Noble, with those ultimates, they've taken side control. Sai will take down the operator in Love, and Noble in a 4v2 situation with B-side control will look to play against that retake.
Spike planted.
Nepu, he does have the ultimate available to his name, so the dark cover is gonna allow him to get off this neural theft, to know exactly where these last two enemies are. Opting to go for the neural theft would be the smart play right now, and yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward is gonna be Sladen with respect, knowing exactly where the last few remaining members of Noble Esports are. They're all down into the sidelines, but at the same time, with a recon ball spotting them out and the wallbang shots coming in as well, they need to try and go for this retake immediately because they're going to be running out of time. But Nepu, he's making the smart play. So he's going to be the one to back off as fast as possible. But Noble Esports, they're all still going to be inside of the site. The bomb is going to be exploding real soon. And Nepu, he's on the other side of it all. He's going to be trying to take the shot. Misses the shot at the bare minimum. And he's just going to be booking it to the other side of the map immediately. And Noble Esports, they take round number 8 to their favor.
Noble Esports able to pick up yet another round will mean a 2-round lead for them, and I absolutely love the call made in this round. They acknowledge the fact that they have two really key ultimates in the Showstopper and the Hunter's Fury ready, and they go for the B site execute using those ultimates. The Hunter's Fury to clear out any person lurking in towards those lanes in B site, and then the Showstopper to push anyone in boat house out of it, completely flushing out the entire site, leaving the only possible angle left, which would be CT. And Sai holding down that CT angle, able to take down Love. Now, slay them with respect. They went for the save with the operator, and while Love, he's got the operator in his hands, the rest of his team forced into an eco situation. So it's gonna be up to Love to make that save on the operator work. Now, Noble, they went for the A side rush, but having seen one person, they're instead just gonna pick up the ult point and back off. And this is one of the key characteristics of Noble that I personally love. Ult point control in a map like Ascent, and with agents like Raze and Sova can be absolutely devastating to the other team, because that one extra showstopper, that one extra Hunter's Fury, or even the one extra Neural Theft can just completely change the entire game and give you the round lead. Now they're going to find Sami here just waiting to put up smokes. They're going to take him down, and Appa and Nepu with the aggressive push will take down Rexy as well. Noble caught completely off guard. Noble caught with their fence.
Noble, they were not in the receiving end of it all. It's gonna be Love coming out with the operator. He's gonna be able to find one on the Hika. Sai making his way down from the mid side. He's not gonna be able to spot out one. He does spot out Appa though. He's gonna get taken out by Love way too quick with that operator. Does get taken down. And Love, he goes in for the aggressive peek. Does get caught off guard. And the operator has gone down on his mid side. But there's a lot of members waiting out on that back end. It's gonna be Hirsch getting caught out by that recon bolt. They know exactly where Hirsch is, and they're gonna be moving up over Bond, uses the flash, but Hirsch, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's gonna be two members coming in from the sidelines. Hirsch gets that one nasty kill on the Juven, but at the end of it all, it's gonna be Nepu coming in from the sidelines to clean it all up. And ladies and gentlemen, slay them with respect, again winning out on their eco round. That is what you want to be seeing, that is what you want to be seeing coming out from these top dog teams.
The fact that we've already seen 3 eco round wins from both of these teams in total, it shows the caliber of these teams, and it really just re-establishes the fact that we are here in finals weekend. We have 4 teams left in the tournament with over 200 teams starting, and for all of these teams, their journey has been so far, but they cannot let the journey end here, because they'll be so close yet so far trying to get to that grand final stage. Now, Noble, they were caught off guard in the last round by an aggressive push coming out from Appa and Nepu, and that aggressive push led to Slay Them Respect, making the lead even smaller. Noble, they're electing to switch up the strategy once again, and it's going to be Sai and Hika going through the catwalk looking for the A-side control. We should be able to find Nepu right here in the health side, in the heaven side, but Nepu playing it slow, just backing up, waiting for his team to get in, and while Noble have the side control, Love with the quick scope able to find the return kill on Discami, make it 4v4. Now Sai is actually going to open the door and look to re-establish their post-lawn positions towards the garden side. Noble in a 4v4 position looking to spread out for their post-lawn.
I need a replay to see that. I'm hopeful that the instant replay actually caught that kill. I want to see that again, because that flick was so quick and so fast. My eyes couldn't check it at that moment. It's going to be Naido jamming with his own shots coming on from the back end. And Nepu, he's making a massive comeback from inside with Bondep on his side as well. 6 bullets left for the side of Nepu, but Hirsch, he's really dangerous when it comes to these type of scenarios. Hirsch gets that one kill, and Bondep, he tries to go in for the defuse. There was not enough time on the clock for him to get off and get that kill. And it's going to be Hirsch getting that clutch out for the side of Noble Esports, taking it to a 4-6.
Harsh is one of the most consistent players we've seen for the side of Noble. Again and again, he's almost always the last man standing. He's the player who has the most patience and is willing to wait it out and play the mind games with the opponent. Harsh in that in the hell angle, in A side, able to just wait, knowing that one person likely on his right, find the 1v2 and find the clutch for Noble Esports. Now on the attacking side, Noble Esports having made it to 6 rounds, this is their chance to push it even further and take a massive lead for themselves. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard as we've got a small pause for ourselves. You see Love, he's gonna pick up the operator once again for himself. He has 12 kills to his name, Nepu with 7. For the side of Noble, it's Sai with 11 and Sai with 8. And for all of you confused out there as to why Sai does have just the frenzy in his hand, I believe it's because of the fact that he has the Blade Storm ready. The Blade Storm very much used as a substitute to weapons in general to try and cover off a round and try to stabilize your economy just that little bit. Noble looking to do just that here. Now for me, the standout performer in this game really has been Sami on that Omen and Sai on that Jeff, because these two players switching the roles across the round just completely surprised the opponent. With that Blade Storm, Sai going for the aggressive push to fight one, but Appa holding it down will find two more. In love with the operators, will take down the spike carrier. It's SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT with the advantage now, and Sami looking to pick up the spike and re-rotate.
Joke's over! You're
It's
dead!
looking for the rotation, but Ika, he's in a pretty bad position. Does use the boombot to get off that run it back clone at the bare minimum. He didn't really take any sort of damage, so he has a lot of HP to work with. But one hot shot is all that they're gonna be needing. Bomb he's gonna be able to get that kill to clean it all up. Sami, he's gonna be left in a 1v3 scenario. He really doesn't even have his ultimate to go in for the rotation blade. He needs to try and make a lot of noise and go in through the mid onto that A or B side, see what he can find, trying to force off any sort of a play that he can. Sami, he's making his way towards that A side, but do not forget that Nepu, he's still gonna be alive. He can use that camera anytime he wants to get a peek off of where Sami exactly is. And Nepu, he's playing it smart. He didn't really showcase the camera just yet, and Sami, he doesn't know exactly where the camera is as well. He's not gonna be playing inside of side, and Nepu, he knows exactly where the entirety of the side is. He knows for a fact that Sami's on the top end of it all, and Nepu with that expert camera play coming in, getting that kill on Sami, ending it all off for the side of Noble Esports, taking it to a 5 and 6.
I mean, for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, the fact that they're able to get those two opening kills and just establish the round advantage meant that Sami left in a 1v1 position. Even though he went for the rotation and got the spike off, he's not really able to go for the complete post-plant wrap around and catch SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT off guard. Noble Esports playing it extremely well, making sure that, SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT playing it extremely well, making sure that they don't give Noble Esports an extra advantage going into this round. And now Sai, he went for the save with the last round, opting to use the Blade Storm instead of picking up a Vandal or a Phantom, and using the money saved, he's gonna pick up the operator for himself. Now this is really interesting because we don't get to see
Oh my god, that was
the
dead.
operator as often, and in that 1v1 operator duel, neither of them will find the kill. It'll be Sai finding a tag, but Love will push in aggressively. Love will take down his counter operator, and Love will give SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT of one-man advantage. Now Noble, they need to reevaluate their position, and because SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're just backing up and waiting for Noble to push. Noble having picked up the spike, they're just going to slowly but surely push towards that A side, use the control established by Harsh towards A main to perhaps make a push into A.
Love is one of those people that I love to watch. He's an absolute mad lad when it comes to these kind of peaks. He actually put out a double cloudburst, then pushes through his own cloudburst to get a kill onto Sai. Sai must be cursing at the top of his lungs. Who the hell would ever do that? There's that one person in the entire world who do that. It's gonna be Wardell, and now it is Love. Ladies and gentlemen, Love is showing his prowess as one of the top jet players when it comes to the operator in this entire region. But still, at the same time, he does have the Blade Fury in hand. It's gonna be Bonda getting that first kill on Azami. Lovka chiming in with his own shots from the top side. He's able to get that kill on Rexy, cleaning him all up. It's gonna be Hika getting taken down as well by the hands of Love. And Bond Dev coming in massive from the sidelines as well, able to clean up Urge. These two members are absolutely dangerous, and Love, he's feeling it today. He has all of the confidence in the entire world to go for these plays. 2 headshots with the knives and 1 bullet each. This guy's absolutely unstoppable.
I mean, one of the biggest catalysts for Slay Them with Respect having made it this far in the tournament was Love. Not to take away anything from the entire team because they performed remarkably well, given the fact that together in this current form, these five players, this is their first major tournament coming into the Valorant scene. And for Love and Love and Nepo, while we've seen them earlier, Slay Them with Respect as a team as they are, for them, it's definitely somebody who is just sort of upsetting teams time and time again and making their name at this stage. Love at the forefront of it all with 16 kills to his name, leading the charge for his team. But having said all of that, at 6-6, Noble Esports, they're going to go on to the defensive side. And Noble Esports, they're going to be content with the way the first half have gone. They will be thinking maybe it could have gone slightly better given the fact that we won a couple of eco rounds. But they're going to be okay with it because now going on to defense, it's all about trying to play it at a cautious pace, at a calm pace, and letting their own Opper in Sai come out on top. And that really is the biggest storyline here because for me, it's the battle of these Oppers in Love and Sai. Love, he showed his proficiency with the op in his own defensive half, and we'll have to see if Sai can match up to that or perhaps show us even better.
Sai is one of those players that I know for a fact that he has the potential of doing everything that he can, but at the same time, he needs to build some confidence. Sai is one of those momentum-based players, I would say personally, and when he has that momentum, he's going to be looking smart, he's going to be looking clean, and he's going to be looking pristine. But when it comes to his playstyle, they need to try and get a couple of rounds on the board, and that's going to give Sai the catalyst. He's going to give him that drive to be like, hey, I got this. I can't be shown up. I'm the IGL here. I'm going to be the one who's going to be getting a lot of these frags, and he's going to be pushing his own advantage. But at the same time, Noble Esports, with their tried and true strategy, goes in for the fast push from the sidelines. It's going to be Juven, though, getting the first kill onto Eka, who gets caught out. From that side, it's going to be a fast push onto this A side, knowing that the entirety of Noble Esports, they love to go in for plays like this. Side control has already been established with one member going down for the defense. This is going to be going into a retake situation for the side of Noble Esports.
Now, Appa, he's holding down that Raptors angle, able to pick up a kill onto Rexy and make it a two-man advantage for Slay Them with Respect. Noble, they took a gamble with an aim push, and the gamble did not pay off. Appa will find one more, but it's Harsh able to return the kill. Love right there to find another onto Sami though, meaning it's last man standing for Harsh in a 1v4 situation. Now Harsh, in his exact same situation, he's been able to pull it back. But Slay Them with Respect, they're a disciplined team. They do not peek alone, making sure that Nepu peeks with his teammate, meaning that even if one person was almost able to go down, both of them together able to take down Harsh and secure the round for Noble, for Slay Them with Respect. Slay Them with Respect on their attacking side, exploiting the mistake made by Noble to go for that aggressive A-main push. They're like, wait, we see three of you towards that A-main mid catwalk angle. That means there's nobody on site. Thank you for the site. Bye-bye.
They just took the entire control of the side, and that was a really good play as well, coming out from the side of Slay Them with Respect, knowing and understanding that, hey, we don't even need to fight them, we don't even need to take control of them, we don't even need to push them. Side's gonna be absolutely empty. When you make pushes like that, you need to at least keep one member on the side that you are leaving so that you can find something. But at the same time, they tried to take mid control, and with the fast changes of setup, Slay Them with Respect were able to come out on top in that engagement. This is gonna be the eco round for the side of Noble though. So let us see what they can do to counteract this. It is going to be a fast lurk push, but Love, he does catch Sami with his pants down. And in that situation, he's going to be able to find one in the back end of it all. Hirsch, though he's chilling up on the backside. He's probably going to be able to find one from his side. And Sai, he's able to answer back onto Juven, but Bond is way too quick on his own. He's going to be able to find another one. Love coming in with that, coming in with that ghost. He's going to be able to find another one from the sidelines, leaving only Sai being the last remaining member. He needs to try and back off and go in for his exit frags.
I mean, now you can see Sai, he's the last man standing, and given the fact that he has only a class into the name, it's all about getting some frags to himself. We'll find the right click headshot onto Love and take him down, but Appa right there to clean it up will make it 8-6 for Slay Them with Respect. At this point, for Slay Them with Respect, next round is going to become so important because you see the buys coming through for Noble. Slay Them with Respect, they're going to continue on with their buys from last round. A Bulldog for Bond, a couple Spectres, but two Vandals coming through, meaning a slight investment for Slay Them with Respect as well. Now Love, 20 kills to his name. He's the one to watch out for, the catalyst, the X factor for Slay Them, and one of the biggest reasons that we've seen like every single team sort of just back down a little bit and really give respect to Slay Them With Respect. And we'll have to see if Noble able to do that, able to find their way back. Now, Slay Them With Respect, they're going to play for a very different strategy. They went for the fast rushes in the last few rounds. This time, playing it relatively slow, looking to establish control of particular angles with their Cypher, Nepu on the lurk, and then look to commit to a particular side. They're going to use the recon drone to get control of the mid cubby angle into a garden, but now with that recon drone going out, that information revealed for the side of Noble Esports as to where they are. And the recon drone will come out for Rexy and he will find one kill, but Bondef able to find the return, makes a 4v4 on the map, and that's gonna put Slay Them With Respect in a position where they have to reevaluate trying to take mid control, instead go to a particular site, and with the time slowly but surely running down, they need to try and make a decision towards which side they want to commit to.
Side control needs to be established really quickly as well. Same with respect, losing that one member, being their primary entry, Love, it's gonna be quite difficult indeed. Sami, he's waiting out on this A short angle. He's chilling out in
30
garden,
seconds left.
seeing what he can find. But Appa, he's going in for the dark covers, and it seems as though Slay Them With Respect, they're opting to go into this A side, slowly moving forward. At only 20 seconds left, they need to try and execute quickly. It's gonna be Bond going in for that push, but Urge, he's chilling out on the back end of it all. He's gonna be able to find one. Sami playing it smart, playing it slow. He's gonna be able to find another one straight through the smoke. Appa, he tries to do something on his own as well, but with only 6 seconds left on the clock, not much time left. He's gonna get caught out, and Appa, he's going opting for that save and a couple of refrags at the bare minimum to revenge his team. And Noble Esports, they're gonna be able to take that round away. 8 and 7 on the scoreline. They're still pushing forward.
I mean, the way Noble Esports able to delay that push entirely and secure this buy round really speaks a lot for what we can expect moving forward into this match. Sami especially lurking in the dark cover, able to just take down the spike carrier and make sure that they Slay Them With Respect don't have the time to be able to pull it back. Appa, even though he found a couple kills, he's left in a situation where he can't really go for the spike without exposing himself, and that gives Noble Esports that buy round. Now for Slay Them With Respect, the fact that they only invested in a couple guns will mean that you can see Love easily able to go for the Blade Storm and the rest of his teammates able to afford full buys. So Noble, they need to find yet another round to hurt Slay Them With Respect's economy, because since Slay Them With Respect were able to secure the first 2 rounds, they have that economic advantage for being able to buy this round. Now Love, with the aggressive push into mid, will be able to find the first kill, but Sai will find the return, and Sai holding it down in mid will find yet another kill onto Appa to give Noble Esports that advantage, make it 4v3 on the map. Now with only 3 members of Slay Them With Respect left, you can see that only Bondef, he's looking for that mid push, looking to deny the rotations and punish any aggressive peaks coming out for Noble, but for the rest of their teammates, they're going for that A side push, and Sami expecting it, holding it down from A garden, will find Juwin. Sai with his third onto Bond will mean Noble with the 4v1 advantage, and Noble looking to make it even.
They're looking to make it even, Stevens, once again, CA. And Noble, the way that they're playing this round, the mid control was just so beautifully established. Them holding down that mid while making Sai get that first revenge kill onto Rexy, knowing that Love, when he has that Blaze Storm, he's gonna want to push up as close as possible. And Sai knowing that Rexy, he's gonna be dying out, comes in from the back end, goes to CT, and gets an angle peek onto Love, being able to take him down. But then immediately he makes a fast rotation onto mid-market so that the people from market cannot just push in for free. He takes that peek and he's going to be able to take out Appa. Those 2 opening kills opened up the floodgates for the side of Noble Esports, allowing the other members to just freely go about and get the last few remaining kills of where they needed to according to the last known information. It is going to be Slay Them With Respect going on an eco round, but it's going to be pretty dangerous as well, coming in from his side, but Hika and Sami going on with the spray down. He's gonna be able to find 2. Hika finds a second. Appa coming in to able to clean up. Hika from the paranoia does connect. And the shots are gonna be connecting out, ladies and gentlemen, left, right, and center. But at the same time, they're trying to force it all down. Sai comes in as backup, and he's gonna be able to find the last remaining 2. And ladies and gentlemen, the round is gonna end off with Noble Esports taking it to an 8 and 9.
For either of these teams, I felt like that really came down to the first blood advantage that either team is able to get. Sami and Hika going for the aggressive double peek down at A main, able to find a double kill for onto Slay Them Respect, and that's where I have to wonder, could it have been a better idea for Slay Them Respect not to try and force it down A, rather like go for the rotation and then look to get real estate towards the mid area, perhaps even go for the mid catwalk push before they look to particularly force a certain site. But given the fact that there was an eco round for Slay Them, they will not be as concerned and look to now make it even in this next round, which is their buy round. Now you can see the way Slay Them with Respect approaching this round, very different from the way they approached the last round. Instead, this time playing it slow, using the abilities they have to their disposal to push in and then find advantages. But Sai, he's not going to give them a second to breathe, pushing into that mid cubby, will find the first kill, and while Love is able to return the kill, Sami with 2 more, and it's Noble once again with the advantage.
The way that they're playing for the trades, this is what I love about Noble. The fact is that they go for these trades almost instantly. And Sami, he has that confidence. He has that pristine aim on his side to always back up Sai when he's making a lot of these calls. Sai going in for the fast pick, he's able to take out one. Sami coming in from the back, and he's able to clean up the last two. Juven and Nepu, though, are going to be the 2 members remaining. And this duo is extremely dangerous when they're going to be working together. But Juven, he's not taking in the back corner. He's going to get caught out by Hika, and Hika with the dance of death, he's able to jiggle around and get the last kill on the Nepu as well, taking it to an 8 and 10, double digits for the side of Noble Esports. They're gonna have that momentum and they're gonna be riding it forward.
8 to 10 for Noble Esports, meaning yet another buy round win for Noble Esports, and this is what I was talking about earlier. The proficiency Noble Esports show on their defensive side is something that is extremely difficult to match, and now that they've won yet another buy round, I'm expecting an operator to come out for Sai, and that will mean an even more devastating situation for Slay Them Respect. As I was saying, 20 kills to Sai's name, and now with an operator, he's going to look to push down even further. Going for the aggressive peek onto B main, will end up getting caught out by Bond though, and Bond able to find the first blood, meaning the operator down for Noble Esports now. You can see Slay Them with Respect. They're not going to push in aggressively even though they've got the peak. They're just going to try and re-establish control towards that mid area and go look for Noble Esports to make more mistakes like that. Look for those aggressive peaks and try to punish them before they quit. Now you can see Sami and Love going for the 1v1 duel. It's gonna be Sami surprising Love with the smoke in his hand, and Sami able to equalize the ground for Noble Esports, make it 4v4 on the map. But now Slay Them with Respect, they're going for the rotations, they're going to group up together, and I believe this is gonna be a mid push coming through from Slay Them with Respect.
The mid push is gonna be coming out, ladies and gentlemen, from the side of Slay Them with Respect, but at the same time they do have that one advantage over Noble Esports. They have 1 member less, and on defense, I've been telling you this over and over and over again. When you lose that 1 member on defense, it's gonna hurt a lot more in comparison to the attacking side. But when you have players like Rexy with that recon ball, he's gonna be able to find one straight to the smoke. He finds a second on a Juven as well. This guy's on fire. Parano is coming out from the side of Sami to do what he can. The showstopper does connect as well, taking out Nebu. Bondem going in for the spray. He's not gonna be able to find it at all. It's gonna be Sami cleaning it all up. That 1 member is gonna be leading up on the back end of the ball, and he's gonna be able to find it out with the boom bot. And Hika comes in with the spray, able to get that headshot, taking us to an 11-8 scoreline for the side of Noble Esports. And they're looking to close it out. 1 more round off the board to go into match overtime, and 2 more rounds for them to try and make it even Stevens on the board once again for the side of Slay Them with Respect.
Of course, Slay Them with Respect, they're going to be in a very difficult situation though, given the fact that they went for the buys last round as well. They've now lost 2 back-to-back buy rounds, and that's going to severely affect their economy. You can see now on the scorecard that for Slay Them with Respect, it's going to be a half buys coming through, where a couple of them able to afford the Vandals, a couple of them forced onto the Spectres, and for them, they need to find a way to pull it back. And I think that what I would like to see from Slay Them with Respect is just completely overhauling the way they approach the game, because at this point Noble knows exactly what to expect. You can see that for Noble, like, they're expecting continuously that spread out approach, and they're able to win the duels and just delay the push from Slay Them Respect for a while. And for Slay Them Respect, they need to try to go for that heavy one side execute. But now You can see Noble, they're predicting that. A 5-man stack coming towards B because I believe Noble expecting an eco round and thus an eco rush to come out for Slay Them with Respect. For Slay Them with Respect, they're not doing that. And we'll have to see if either team ends up getting caught off guard. Noble gonna change their minds though. The 5-man stack now gonna dismantle. They went for the group hug. The group like really
Group
battle
hug.
able to just sort of like reaffirm like go Noble they went, and now they're going to reposition themselves, get to their sites, and it's gonna be just complete spread out as expected from Noble. The key thing to watch out though is Sai on that operator playing towards the mid. Is Sai able to find the first blood with the operator, he will be able to just secure a huge advantage for Noble Esports.
Two members are already coming into the crosshair ranges of Sai, and Sai, when he does have that operator in hand, he's gonna be quick. He's gonna be finessing the entirety of Slaythem with Respect. The peak has not yet come out, and it's gonna be Sai coming in massive from his angle. He's able to find one of the love. Rexy does get spotted out by Alpha, but Rexy, he's ready to shot supreme. Sai coming in with the backup as well. They're able to clean it all up, and it's a bloodbath on this mid angle right now, leaving Nebu as the last survivor. But Ika, he has his phone number. He's slowly creeping up through this B-bait angle. He wants to take this last kill, but Sai, he has something else to say about it. Look at him from the back corner. It's gonna be Nebu going in for the spray with the Bulldog. Nebu finds two. He uses the neural theft to even things up just a little bit more, but with just a Bulldog with 8 bullets left, he needs to try and do something. He needs to try and find this gun so that he can try and get this kill. But no one from the side of Noble Esports is giving him anything. The spike has dropped out on that A main side, and slowly, ladies and gentlemen, Nepo needs to try to make his way towards the but Sami, he has something else in mind. He's holding down this back angle. He's pushing it down as well. Sami and Nepo, they're going to be missing each other at the worst possible time, but at the same time, it's going to be Hirsch using that camera down to perfection to watch this
30
spike for as
seconds left.
long as possible. Nepu slowly creeping his way towards that spike, but he needs to try and execute quickly. 29 seconds left on the clock. He needs to start moving forward fast. Nepu using the camera to spot out something at the bare minimum, but at the same time, he just gets spotted out by the camera coming out from the side of Harsh, and he's gonna be on the receiving end of a lot of punishment, and Sami straight through the cage. He's gonna be able to find it out, and Noble Esports take us to match point 12 and 8.
I mean, now that Noble Esports are match point, it really just illustrates what I was talking about. You see Rexy and Sai both holding down mid. When Sai able to land that first blood with the operator, it just completely dismantles Slaythem Respect's approach to that round, because they go for the peak time and time again into both Rexy and Sai, and Rexy and Sai completely demolishing their approach, able to secure this match point for Noble Esports. Now, with the match point coming through, Slave and Respect, they're going to be forced into a situation where they have only semi-buy the slots. We saw a Judge coming through, a Bulldog even, and only light shields for most of the players. So Noble with a huge advantage and a chance to finish us off on map 1 and take us to map 2 with this significant lead. Sai with the operator going for the A main peak will take down Lock, and that's going to be 5v4 for Noble Esports. Slay them with respect, they're going to just reposition themselves, and this is where I want to call out the approach that Harsh takes with his trapwires. You can see that they're always based on the approach Sai wants the entire team to make, and those callouts for Noble Esports really has what elevated the team to another level. The Noble Esports we saw without Sai and the Noble Esports we get to see with Sai is a completely different team. With Sai, it feels like every single other player on the team just able to showcase their utmost potential, showcase their highest caliber.
Sai, when he's there, he's like controlling the entirety of the team. Oh my god! This is up at the bare centimeter. Sami able to save Sai at the bare minimum, but Sai coming down from the heavens with that updraft. He's able to clean up the last remaining member being Juven, and Noble Esports taking it to a 13 and 8, closing out this map. A well-executed game coming out from every single one of these players. They played it down to perfection. No overcommits, no over pushes, and even when they did push, they always had the team backup. They had the team synergy going in their favor, and there was no rounds that Noble Esports that could not have taken. Small mistakes here and there, but it all counts because Noble Esports, they take the first map, and we're going to be moving into map number 2 real soon.
Sai with 24 kills and a 308 ACS to his name, completely dominating that defensive side. And this is what we really need to watch out for, because now Noble having won map 1, they're gonna have the tempo in their favor. Noble, they're a team that is relatively easier to beat when they're on that even stage, but when you give players like Sai, Sami, and Hika that tempo, they just completely run away with that advantage. We'll have to see if Slatham can come back. For now, though, let's take a look at this previous map, really talk about what went wrong for Slatham Respect, because we saw an even Stevens first half, and then things completely changed. We're going to look at the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, aggressive for me, like, I think while Ascent nowadays not necessarily considered a defense-sided map, for either of these teams, given the proficiency of their op players in Love and Sai, it's very much like they feel much more comfortable in that defense side because they can use that operator to their advantage, like almost like a semi-sentinel where you're able to deny one angle altogether and then play on the basis of that. And you can see that for Noble Esports, when they were on the defense, that operator was sort of the linchpin on the basis of which they were able to continuously formulate their plays, because time and time again, even when they went for the A main push or the B main push, it was that operator holding down the other angle and preventing a push from there to make sure that they did not end up getting caught out or being exploited. And that sort of creativity is really what I felt was missing from Slaytham's Respect.
Completely agree with you when you say that, because the team play and coordination that Noble was bringing down to the table, they were constantly switching up their strategy. And of course, Sai, he was playing it really smart as well, because Sai, when he had that operator in hand, he was going to multiple different sides. Sometimes he played on mid, sometimes he played on B, sometimes he played on A, just to keep the opponents guessing of where this operator was going to be going. And wherever the operator was holding, three members were holding the other side, because they have so much confidence in the ability of Sai to control all of these sidelines on his own, and having that one other member to hold that one other sideline. This made sure that Noble Esports were always in the advantage when it came to the defensive rounds. And say them with respect, I understand them going for a lot of these pushes, but they were trying to force themselves into the operator sidelines, even though Bondef was nowhere present. When you have a flash in your when you have a flash on your side, most of these situations are going to be coming down to you using that flash to force Sai off of these power angles. And I did not really see any of that coming out from the side of Slaydom with respect. And hopefully in the next map, they're going to be bringing that down to the table.
Yeah, just the idea of using the resources you have at your disposal to their utmost potential. Try and find some sort of creative approach on the basis of how the other team is doing. And given the fact that Slay them have reached so far, I'm sure they will be able to go back and try to just reevaluate what happened in this map and come back stronger. For now, that was map 1 between Noble Esports and Slay them with respect in this low bracket finals 1. And it's going to be Noble Esports with a 13-8 win, taking the series forward with a 1-0 lead. We'll have to see if they're able to close it off, or we're going to get all 3 maps for us today. For now, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as well as get your teammates together, because Series 5 registration now open, the last of its line in this franchise of this Challenger Series. Your last chance to take a shot at that 2 lakh prize pool. Make sure you have your registration down as early as possible to secure your spot in the tournament. Now, we're going to just go set up for the next game, take a small break, but we'll catch you real soon with the second map coming through between Noble Esports and Slay Them With Respect in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby. I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, while we're
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rappa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamilas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. We are back for Game 2, Map 2 between Noble Esports and Slay Them with Respect in this lower bracket finals. And while we quickly go into the map veto scheme, Aggressive, what I want to primarily ask you is that for Noble Esports, given the fact that they've already won Ascent, going into Bind, are you expecting as big an overtime as we saw yesterday? Or do you think Noble Esports will just carry forward the momentum so hard and dominate Slay Them with Respect?
Bind is one of the maps where you've seen Slay Them with Respect even take down the top teams like really, really, really easily. But Noble Esports is not really a team where you can take them down super easily because their strat book is so massive. I've seen them pull strats that they haven't pulled off in the last, what, 30 rounds coming out from yesterday. The amount of rounds that we saw, the amount of different strats that they were bringing down to the table, coming up on the fly, it's gonna be really difficult for the side of Slay Them with Respect to just get a clean sweep on this round or even get an easy win coming out from them. So let us really see what they're gonna be bringing down to the table because we know what Noble Esports is capable of when it comes to this, man. They can go for very long games. But here, CA is praying to the gods before this Viper pick, but I don't think it's gonna happen. One of these days, CA, don't worry about it. One of these days. But at the same time, we were talking about what state of respect can we bring it down to the table. But what is this? No, this is another thing entirely.
Yeah, Love is just messing with us. He's just gonna end up picking the Jet or the Reyna, even, I think is possible. But I don't expect a Viper or a Sage coming out from Love. But hey, I do not expect a 34 round match, so what do I know? For the side of Noble Esports, though, it's going to be very standard. It's going to be Sai shifting onto the Brimstone, which has sort of become a signature character, like a signature composition pick for Noble Esports on Bind, and Sami shifting back to his Jet role. Hika, I expect him to either pick up the Raze or the Reyna. Either ways, it will be that standard double duelist composition. And if this Raze does get locked in, it will once again be for Noble Esports that composition where they have the exact same composition as the opposition team, with the key exception of the Brimstone instead of the Omen. And what the Brimstone brings is the Molly and the Orbital Strike to the table. Now, what this also means is that Noble Esports, they don't necessarily have a flash, and we had a discussion about this yesterday, wherein Noble Esports, they don't have a flash. They have enough utility in the form of the Molly, the race grenades, and just the jet being able to dash in to be able to clear out corners. So it doesn't change much in terms of the style of play. It just becomes a slightly harder style to execute. But Noble, they've already shown us that they're capable of executing that.
Noble is one of those teams that when they play these type of competition, especially with players on duelists like Heka and Sami, they have like no regards for their life whatsoever. So when they dash into a side, they're just gonna be fragging out their minds. They know for a fact that their teammates are right behind them to give them the backup. And this is how this competition should be played. When duelists have like no regards for their own personal life and they only care about the team diving into the sides, playing out these angles, using their own life as a resource for the entirety of the team, this just goes to show what kind of a playstyle that they're gonna be bringing. Heka, though, he's gonna be going for an interesting buyout immediately. It's gonna be Sami going in with the fast pick. He gets that kill out of the back end and side coming straight through the teleport, and knows for a fact that no ult control was being established on that B side. He does get taken out. Two members already gone down for the side of Slay Them With Respect, and Noble Esports, they have the man advantage while Slay Them With Respect are moving into this B side.
Now, one of the strongest aspects of Noble Esports, particularly this Brimstone pick for Noble Esports on Bind, was that ult point control, and the fact that they're doing it right off the bat shows a lot of promise for me for this team. Hush will find another kill onto Bond, and Sami with one more. Noble looking for a flawless, and they will get it, and that's Noble picking up your pistol round in a flawless fashion. Also picking up that ult point control to try and refresh the cooldown for the orbital strike as much as possible, and that's a cooldown I want everybody in the chat to keep account of, because I'm also going to do that. I want to take a note of how many ults Sai does end up using, because that can become a really important factor in this game.
The ultimate control coming out from Sai is one of those things that we always see him doing, and I'm pretty sure that Sai was picking up that ultimate orb on that B-long and that B-long side when he was trying to take the teleporter. He took the TP after he got the confirmation that the players were there, and then he immediately shifted over to the showers to take that other ultimate orb. We know for a fact that he loves to do it, and Sami keeps just trying out with mine on the back end. We don't need to really talk about this. Sami is just doing Sami things on the back end. With Appa, being the only one remaining, goes in for the classic, right? He gets a double dink, but Hika, he's way too fast, able to clean up Appa, and another run on the board for the side of Noble Esports. A flawless round where Sami just cracked out of his mind. We don't really need to say anything about that.
I mean, one of the biggest questions coming into this map was that, are we gonna see yet another 34 round overtime, or are we gonna see Noble dominate with the tempo they've achieved from winning map 1? And so far we've seen that tempo really reign. Now going into the next round, which is the buy round for Slay Them With Respect, I'm looking at them to be able to stop the tempo, because if you lose the buy round to the defensive side on a defensive sided map, things just start snowballing completely.
Oh my god.
Now Sami and Hika going for the aggressive peaks. It's gonna be them being taken down. Sai took the TP and looked to back up his teammates, but Love able to instead find the triple and set the stage for Slay Them With Respect with a massive 2-man advantage. Now using the chaos caused by Love, they're going to go for a B-side execute, and Harsh is not in sight to be able to stop it.
Tripwire destroyed.
This is what happens when you employ a strange strategy over and over again, especially against a player like Love. When he has that Vandal in hand, he's going to be able to one-tap you no matter what happens. So that is what's gonna be happening, ladies and gentlemen. Love, he's on a rampage moving forward. He takes the 4th. He's looking for the 5th. He knows that Rexy's sitting up on that back corner. They're gonna be spraying away. It's gonna be one guy moving forward onto the back end. It's gonna be Nepu trying to force himself into that TP at the bare minimum. But Love and Nepu, they're hunting it down. Love is hungry for that ace. Love wants it badly. Verno is gonna be coming out, but Rexy, he's able to spray them down with the lineup kill. And sadly, it's not gonna be enough, as Rexy is gonna be taken down by Appa when he's trying to go for that gun. Sad story for Love, him not being able to get that kill, but there would have been a better way of getting that kill if actually Nepu went in. Maybe if he had like a cage trigger or something, he could have thrown it inside of the TP, causing the door to open up, allowing them to do what they needed to do to get that kill. And I understand, Love, I feel bad for you. I know you wanted that ace. We all wanted to see that ace pop up on that screen, but still a really good round coming up from the side of Slay Them With Respect.
But now that they've lost a couple of members, the eco really gonna hurt for Slay Them With Respect. I think given the fact that Love did have his smoke ready, his cloudburst, he could have used that. But that's okay, he picked up the 4K and he secured the round for Slay Them With Respect. And now Noble forced into a situation where they don't have the full buys necessarily. Sai went for the off, but instead he's gonna be the first man down. Slay Them With Respect once again able to pick up the advantage. And Love predicting Harsh's position, getting the second kill of the round, will give an advantage to Slay Them With Respect once again. Now Sami, he's pulled out the Blade Storm, he's taken down Love and he's trying to pull things back for Noble. And Sami with that headshot will make it even on the scorecard, pick up a gun for himself and ping yet another gun for his team to pick up. But Slay Them With Respect, they're using all that pressure, all that chaos and now rotate towards B. We'll have to see if Sami with his Blade Storm can just completely dominate this round or to Slay Them make it.
The way Sami placed this crosshair was just absolutely beautiful. Over and over again, we see players like Sami, when they have that pristine crosshair placement, and when they are so ready, they play their angles for the retakes. For example, them placing the crosshair in such a way that even if it's a wide swing or a jiggle peek, he's going to be able to get that engagement. And Sami, he's going to be pushing him straight through the smoke, using the cloud burst to block off that B long side. Ball gets it onto the spike to see if he can get any form of a force coming up. But Sami, he's not looking at the back angle. It's going to be Bondef coming in with 2 kills with the spray down. He gets 2 from the sidelines, but it's going to be Rexy being the last remaining member. He needs to start backing off with the other members as well. Slay Them With Respect. They take that round away. And Sami, I really do understand what you were trying to do, my buddy. But at the same time, when you know for a fact that the cloudbursts are already blocking off one sideline, you're going to be watching that one sideline of the B main. You know for a fact that the player is going to be there. The spike was planted for B main.
Yeah, Sami not checking that B main angle ended up costing him that kill. And eventually, with Bond being able to deny the spike diffuser, Slay Them With Respect able to take that round for themselves, make it even on the scorecard. And now it's gonna be only Rexy with the gun that he saved. The rest of Noble Esports onto an eco round and a chance to Slay Them With Respect to take the lead on this attacking side. Now Noble Esports, they are in a position where they're trying to set up a crossfire in hookah, but they're going to scatter with because of the paint grenade. Now the counter paint grenade coming out from Hika will force Bond back, but Juven in that 1v1 duel towards A main, able to take down Sai and secure the advantage for Slay Them With Respect. You can see the way Slay Them With Respect are positioned with Nepu on the lurk and the rest of the members towards A. They were looking for the picks and then looking to commit to a site, and having got that pick onto Sai, they pick A and they're going to commit to this A side push. The dark covers come out, so does the recon board, and in goes Slay Them With Respect. Bond will find one, and Harsh though able to answer back with his own. Sheriff able to find the return kill. Now Appa will get the plant, and it's going to be up to Noble in this eco to find a 3v4 spot.
Spike planted.
In a 3 versus 4 situation is gonna be Noble Esports left on the back end, but Harsh with that Bucky, he gets that right leg. Sami sprays out. He's gonna be able to find one onto Appa. Johnson coming in left, right, and center, being able to take out Love as well. But Nepu, he's on the sideline. He finds 2. Nepu, the clutch minister, comes in passive. He takes it away, and Slay Them With I can't even speak. Slay Them With Respect. Take round number 3. And CA, he's gonna be falling off his chair.
I mean, I thought he was done and dusted because the way, like, Harsh and Hika able to just sort of clear off the side, and then Sami pushing in with the updraft. I honestly thought that was done and dusted for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, but Nepu found one and found the second onto a low Harsh, but then this third kill is what is huge. Finds the instant headshot onto Hika and secures the lead for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, not allowing Noble to pick up that thrifty round for themselves and forcing Noble to now make some sort of creative push. They're looking to do that, just that down B long. They've taken down the camera, but Nepu, he's gonna be smart. He's gonna back off, relay the information of this B long push, and now SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, knowing that there's multiple members towards B long, they're going for that A side execute. You can see the showstopper coming out for the side of SLAYTHEM. Appa gonna find the first kill, but now the orbital strike coming out to try and deny the spike plant. It will delay it a bit, but will not find any kills just yet. Nepu will have to reposition, and he will get the spike planted. Now Noble, they're one man down as Appa found first blood, and it's gonna be up to them to go for this retake. Hika has the showstopper, and you have to keep your eye on that, but Appa holding the off angle, able to take him down and secure a two-man advantage for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT.
With already 2 members going down from the defensive half, which is basically like 4 members going down indeed. It's gonna be a really hard retake scenario coming up for the side of Noble Esports, but Sai, he has always smokes available and also has his molly to clear off some angles at the bare minimum, but Noble Esports are actually playing for the exit frags instead of the site retake. Spike is just about to be going boom, and Love, he's holding down the back corner, and Love, he does get taken out by the hands of Rexy, who takes the fast peek coming out from that CT side. Also, coming out from the elbow side, sorry. He's going to be able to take him out. And ladies and gentlemen, another round on the board for the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, taking it to a 2-4.
I mean, the way SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT are very able to pull back these 4 rounds now on a 4-round win streak after losing the first 2 shows the creativity present within the team. SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT doing phenomenally to secure this 4-round lead. My eye though is on Sami. Sami back on his signature jet on that A3 scoreline. I'm gonna look to him to try and pull off try and stop this momentum for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT and sort of re-establish the momentum for Noble. You can see for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, it's Love and Bond leading the charge, and it's basically once again a battle of the jets, just different jets this time around. Now, SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT once again, they're gonna spread themselves out, they're gonna look for the picks, and it's gonna be Sami. This is why I told you to keep your eye on him. He's gonna find the first blood, he's gonna find the head of Love, and give the advantage to Noble Esports. Out comes out the neural theft and all the information for Noble, but Juwin with the shock touch, able to take down Sai and equalize the man advantage for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT. Now 4v4 on the map, SLAYTHEM going for the rotation, trying to push it back.
SLAYTHEM do have the ultimates available, but it's gonna be Sami with the true smoke kill, being able to clean up one onto Appa, but they're slowly moving towards the B side. There's a lot of ultimates available for the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, and especially for the post plant. If they are able to get this plant coming out from the side of Bond F, then they do have a chance of taking this round away, but they're playing their time, waiting it out, probably looking for a rotation play because of the teleport, but still, let's see what they are gonna be doing.
30 seconds left.
It is gonna be Rexy. He does have the shock dodge charged up and waiting. It is gonna be Hika though. He knows exactly where the members for the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT are, and the rotations are gonna be coming in real soon. Sami though, yeah, the zone calling. He's able to get one on the Juven, and the fast rotation call coming out from the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT. They're moving down onto this B A side, but
10
still
seconds
Hirsch,
left.
he's just gonna be waiting it out. He knows exactly where they are. Hirsch gets that first kill. Hirsch gets the second. He's gonna be able to clean it all up. And Noble Esports, they answer back with their own calling. 3 and 4 on the scoreline. They're able to make it just a little bit more even, moving to the even Steven scoreline.
Sami coming up huge in that round, able to find multiple headshots to secure that triple kill and really help Noble Esports secure that round for themselves. That round especially important because in the round before this, given the fact that Noble went for the save, they had to be able to secure this round, otherwise their economy was really going to be severely damaged. Now SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they have 4 ultimates to their name, the Hunter's Fury and the Neural Theft ready, as long as from the shadows, so I'm looking to them to try and use these ultimates to try to secure this round for themselves and force Noble Esports once again on the back foot. But Hush, he's gonna find the first kill onto Love, and now Bondev looking for the aggressive peak will just back off. it's gonna be Slay Them With Respect just in this one-man down situation, looking to try and find a way to pull it back. But with all of them rotating towards B, and this kill zone set up by Hika and Rexy in B hookah, this might just be a massacre of Slay Them With Respect.
And then with respect, they're moving slowly into the grinder one by one, but at the same time, it's gonna be Ika getting caught out by the paint shell. It's gonna be forced into the back corner. Rexy being able to take one on the bottom, but Juven answers back immediately onto Rexy. They're gonna be finding the 1-2 for 2 trades this time around, but already Sai, he does have that molly available, trying to block off any sort of a post plan that they can find, but still, it's gonna be a fast execute coming out. Appa, he's looking the wrong direction. Will he be able to find this kill is the real question. Sami not really yet taking the peek at Sai, going in for spam kills, trying to see what he can find. But still, no information is going to be given out just yet. The members of Noble Esports, they're going to be in the post-plan scenario. They're trying to find what they can, but still a smart play coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect, knowing for a fact that they do have the ultimate coming out from the Sova to go in for this retake, and it's going to be Appa sitting inside of Tin Box, and no one's really checking the Tin Box angle whatsoever. Appa uses the dark cover. It's going to be Hirsch taking first contact. They still don't know where he is. It's going to be Appa taking that first kill. He gets the second. He's going for the third, but Hirsch, he's on the top of it all. It's going to be leaving out the Sova. He does have the Hunter's Fury available, and this is going to be dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Hirsch is going in for the match. Making a lot of noise, but at the same time, Hirsch, he's not going to have enough time to go in for the spike defuse, and an amazing round coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. They played the clock, they played the post fight to perfection, thinking that all the members were actually going to be sitting down on that B-long side instead of anyone playing on inside of the side. Appa was able to come in massive, getting that first kill off immediately with that pre-fire, and then getting that kill on Sami was just absolutely beautiful. They played this postline down to perfection, played the time down as well, causing Noble to lose this round.
Yeah, Appa's position, particularly completely surprising multiple members for Slay Them Respect, taking down both Sami and Sai, able to delay that extra bit, because almost you could see that Noble Esports had taken the side once again back with the retake. But Slay Them Respect, that round coming through for them will secure this 2-round lead. And now they're going for a fast A-side execute. But Sami with the op, he will find one. Appa able to instantly find the return kill onto Sami though. And now the plant was going through, but the plant delayed by the Hunter's Fury coming out from Rexy. Now, all of Noble, Slay Them Respect, they're going to use the fact that the Hunter's Fury did come out to go for the B rotation, but Hika and Rexy, not too far behind, could end up catching them out. Now, the calls have come out, I believe, for Hika and Rexy to just wait, use the recon drone to get some information, have the other team members come, and then go for this 4v4 retake.
It was a really good paint shell coming out from the side of Bonduck to stop any sort of a push that could come out from the side of Noble Esports in that situation. But Hika, he does have the fire immediately. Sai puts down the molly to try and prevent some form of a push coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. But at the same time, Hika, he doesn't find anyone with the showstopper. Hika trying to go in for the spray. Nearly finds Appa's head, but Appa, he's going to be able to survive, but not for long. Bonduck coming in from the side, and he's able to find one. Bonduck, he finds two, but Hika and Sai, they're able to clean it all up, leaving Nepu and Hika in a 1v1 scenario already. Hika, he does have the advantage on his favor with that stem pack, but Nepu, the clutch minister himself, he's gonna be able to find it all from the sidelines, taking us to a 3-6 scoreline. He's gonna be Slay Them With Respect. This fight, it's not gonna be one-sided whatsoever. It seems as though Noble is riding the momentum, but still, Slay Them With Respect. They're fighting tooth and nail to come back into this map.
I think for Hika, I would have liked to seen that showstopper go towards either hookah or long angle, because given the fact that the retake started from halls, the expectation for someone to be at elbow and the likelihood of someone to be at elbow is very, very low. If you're able to get the showstopper into either long or hookah, you're at least able to find one kill and really just set up that retake. But no, nothing taken away from Slay Them With Respect. They played the post plant really well. They played the plant really well as well. With the Hunter's Fury coming out to deny the A plant, they went for the TP play into B, utilizing this map's resources to perfection to secure themselves the 6th round of this first half. Now Slay Them With Respect, they went for a fast execute down in the last round. This time they're gonna switch it up and go for a slow push. Noble Esports, their economy really is starting to hurt, so it's going to be up to them to try and find some sort of damage and figure out this semi-buy situation. But Nepu holding it down strong will win a double duel down at B long and secure a 2-man advantage. And now that's going to be Slay Them with the Omen ultimate coming out, going for that B side.
They're making a fast push onto this side, but Rex, he has something to say about it with that deagle, getting that one tap on the bond and sending him to the next dimension, but at the same time, the spike has already gone down for the side of Slayton with respect, and they're looking to close it all down. This is, of course, the eco run coming up from the side of Noble Esports. Sami, he didn't really opt to use his Blade Storm just yet, I believe. Oh no, he did. So he does have the Blaze Storm in hand, making that fast push, but Alpha, he's way too quick on that back end. He is able to find two, goes in for the 180 to try and get that kill off. It's not gonna be as Love comes in from the back end, chiming in with his classic, goes in for the right click, because he's gonna be able to clean it all up. And say them with respect, they're able to get 7 rounds on the board away from the side of Noble Esports. And Noble Esports, they need to try and close it back down, because Bind is one of those maps that when it comes to the defensive half, it's going to be really difficult to go up against a composition that Say Them With Respect have in their table. Them having that Omen instead of the Brimstone is going to allow them to take a lot more of the aggressive playstyles when it comes to the defensive half. And if Noble Esports are not able to take up a couple of rounds on this defense, it's just going to be even more difficult.
Revealing area.
Yeah, Noble Esports, they need to find a few rounds in the defense, but given the fact that we've seen Noble Esports pull it back from 3 to 9 and do that on the attacking side, I do think they're slightly more comfortable on the attacking side. So if they could just get to perhaps magic number 4 or even 7 to 5, they would be in a position where they could try to pull off the similar sort of comeback as they did in their matchup yesterday. For now though, it's going to be Slay Them looking for the pick, and Appa finding the first one onto the side, Bond with another onto Sami, and Nepu with the third will mean already Slay Them With Respect with a huge lead going into this round, and now looking to solidify that lead with the B-side push.
That was a really fast ending to the round. Oh my god, Bondef. He's just like, I see head, I click. That is the only thing that I got from the entirety of Slay Them With Respect. The way they played those rounds were absolutely beautiful. 3 and 8 on the scoreline, probably moving to the last round. Probably gonna be a 9 and 3 if Noble Esports are not able to close this out. 8 and 4 is the magic number for the side of CA, not for me though. So let us see if they can get this magic number to actually in some way even out the playing field just a little bit more, so they have a little leeway moving forward into this attacking here. Because when you're on the attack, small mistakes can cause a lot of damage. It's gonna be Sami though, way too fast with that flick shot, sending Love back into the next dimension where he came from. Aimbots are not allowed here, Sami says, and I am the real aimbot here in this dimension. Being able to take out Love, it's gonna be a huge blow for the side of Slay Them With Respect. They have a lot of control to work with. And it seems as though Slay Them With Respect, they're a bit lost of which side to go, as it's completely split up. 2 members on A, 2 members on B. Where are they gonna go?
I mean, for Slay Them With Respect, it's always been the idea that they want to try and find a pick before particularly committing to a site, and they were able to do it successfully again and again in the last few rounds. But the fact that they kept trying the same thing and Love going for the attacking operator meant that Sami instead able to find the first pick, and that completely throws a wrench into the plans of Slay Them With Respect. Now they have made their way towards B and they will be looking for that B side push, but given the fact that Harsh has set up his utility with the Cypher at B and both Sami and Rexy waiting here, this could be just devastating. Sami will stop the fire in the hole, Bondef in his tracks, and Sai coming out with the orbital strike will mean Noble Esports able to get to that 4 scoreline and should be likely able to get to that 4 scoreline and set up a decent attacking half comeback for themselves. Rexy will find one, Sami with a triple. That's a flawless round for Noble.
Beautiful run coming out from the side of Noble Esports. And it seems as though Slay Them With Respect, when they get picked off at the very beginning, that is when they start to falter and they start to crumble apart. And Noble Esports, I think they have understood this as well. If they're able to take down one member away from the side of Slay Them With Respect, they have that advantage, because then the momentum shifts towards them. Because them, even when they lose a member, they are so well coordinated that they can still survive. But from the side of Slay Them With Respect, if they don't get that first pick, it seems as though their confidence just goes down quite a lot, and they are feeling that, okay, we need to try and make a play. They make a lot more mistakes, and Noble, they don't have the same problem. And if they can abuse this one factor away from the side of Slay Them With Respect, they can come back into this round. But still, this is gonna be a side swap coming out at the 8 and 4 scoreline. So let us see what kind of a defense Slay Them With Respect are gonna be bringing down to the table.
Now you can see that for Slay Them With Respect, This is gonna be their defensive half. It's gonna really come down to whether or not they're able to secure this pistol round, because magic number 4 only works when you're able to find that pistol round and able to secure multiple back-to-back. Noble going for that fast B-side execute. It's gonna be Hika securing the elbow, finding the first kill, but Appa able to find the return. Appa able to find one more, takes down both the duelists for Noble, and now will walk through the molly. Bond will find another, and that's Slay Them Respect with a 2-man advantage. The spike is down. It's gonna be up to Harsh and Lexi to be able to hold on and defend in this 2v4 situation.
They're going to be going into this 2v4 side, but it's already a deadline happening. It's got to be Love getting that first kill. Rixie does get spotted out by Love as well, going in for that jump make, and Bond with that spray straight through the smoke. They're able to hit those shots and slay them with respect. They take the fight straight to the side of Noble Esports, them taking that first round. And just as I stated before, that first pick, if the side of Slay Them with Respect get it, it's just a floodgate that you can't stop. The water is just gonna be gushing in, and these players, they're looking for blood. They're taking this fight straight to you.
Yeah, Slay Them with Respect, able to play extremely well on that retake. Appa especially holding down the elbow angle, finding multiple kills, really setting his team up for success going forward into that round. Able to secure that pistol round and make it now a 5-round lead for their team. Now it's gonna be for Noble Esports a small pause coming out as they just sort of try to reevaluate their situation. It will be an eco round, but Noble Esports understand that if they do end up losing this round, they will be forced into a situation where they will be facing down a team which has double digits and a team that is extremely proficient on their defensive side. If Love gets to the operator pickup, I feel like things will just start to tilt a little more in the favor of Slay Them Respect, and it will favor them to be able to close out the round. So Noble, they need to find their way back, trying to get as much damage done in this round starting now.
They're working down what they can, but at the same time, I want to see something a bit more different coming in from the side of Noble on this defensive half. As you can see, Slay Them with on this attacking half, sorry. As you can see, that Slay Them with Respect, they love to take a very aggressive peek whenever they are on the defense, whenever they are on the attack, and we have seen this come over and over and over again. And remember on the last map what we saw when Slay Them with Respect was trying to push in aggressively, Noble, they played a much more defensive side. They waited for the enemies to come into them. And this is what I'm going to be seeing. Slay Them with Respect, they have that one issue where they love to, let's say, push in a bit too much. That will give a lot of advantages to the side of Noble when they get undisciplined, I would say. And if Noble are able to capitalize on this, especially on their eco rounds, they're going to be winning a lot more rounds in their favor. But already a fast push is going to be coming out from the side of Noble Esports. All of the members are going to be pushing in straight through that back end side. But it's just a mowdown bloodbath coming up from Bond and Love. One after the next, the bodies just kept on dropping. But at the bare minimum, the spike plant did go down. So a little bit of extra credits going into the bank. And one more extra ult point for the side of Side. Getting those kills off, getting that spike off. It's gonna be another round on the board for the side of Slay Them with Respect, going into double digits, 10 and 4.
The way Noble Esports just ended up running into the hands of Bond in that lamps area, Bond able to completely massacre them and secure the round for his team. Bond and the rest of Slay Them Respect, playing that round extremely well to now secure double digits for themselves. But that was the eco round for Noble Esports, and this is where the battle truly begins, because if Noble Esports able to secure this round for themselves, they will be in a situation where they can dream of a comeback happening. Now looking at the scorecard, we see 15 kills for Sami, 11 for Hush, and those are the players to keep your eye on for Noble. Also, I would love to see Hika really step up. With only 6 kills, we haven't really got to see the explosive Hika that we've known to come in love. But for the side of Slay Them Respect, it's all members contributing quite equally. You see 12 kills for Bond and Appa, and those players really stepping up. Love not too far behind, and I'm sure with the operator he'll be picking up a couple more. The only player far behind in frags is Juven, but you can see the fact that he's on the Sova and has 8 assists to his name. He's the player supporting and setting up the plays for his team. Slay Them Respect playing together brilliantly to fight for their life in this tournament and keep their hope alive. Now looking to take map 2 for themselves and potentially take us to a map 3.
They have the potential in their favor, and Bondep, he's stepping up massive from his side, but Sami, this is what I mean. They get a bit too aggressive, and they're gonna get mowed down by the entirety of Noble Esports. They are getting into the hands of the entirety of Slay Them with respect. Noble Esports getting that first kill off. It's gonna be massive for their side. One member did go down. It is gonna be Bondep taking a lot of damage coming in from the hands of Sai, but he needs to back off as Rexy, he's trying to spot out the toes of Bondep. He's not gonna be able to find it, but knows exactly where Bondep is as of right now. This is gonna be a fast rotate going onto this B side as they're making the slow but tactical rotation play back into B. Let's see what they exactly do with 3 members of the side of Slay Them Respect just chilling out on this A side. The B side is going to be completely empty. It's just going to be Nepo sitting up on the back end of B.
Cage trigger.
And Noble, they have the man advantage, and Sami, he's gonna get the plant through, and now it's gonna be up to Appa on that push coming in from the TP to try and make something happen. We'll get the first kill onto Rexy, but look at Sai's positioning. Sai, he's on that flank, might just be able to destroy Appa, but instead it'll be Appa with the game sense the to take him down. Hika and Sami on the other end, though, able to find one each, leaving it on a 2v2 situation with just Juwin and Appa left against Harsh and Sami. Appa will find one, but Sami able to find another. Sami with his 4th of that round, securing the buy round for Noble Esports and making sure they keep their chances of a comeback alive in this map. Now for Noble Esports, they need to be able to do this back to back because Slay Them Respect did not invest in that last round. They continued forward with their Spectres coming in from round 2, and the next round is going to be their buy round. So if Noble Esports can win the next buy round as well, it would put them in a position where a comeback definitely possible and en route.
That was a beautiful play coming in from Sami to isolate these 1v1s, and with pristine crosshair placement, he's able to get those 2 easy headshots. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the type of player that Sami is. One of the prides of Bangladesh themselves going onto the side of Noble. So let us see what else they're gonna be bringing down the table. But Love, he's way too quick with that operator. Sami doing a dry peek. He's gonna get caught out. This is something that you should never do, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what happens when you get a bit too overconfident. Slay Them with Respect, be able to find that one jet, and Bondep, he uses the showstopper, it sends it straight down to that A-short side. They're not going to be able to find it out. And Urge, he's trying to find something, but Hika, he gets that answer onto the operator. He's able to take out Love, trading blows left and right and center. It's going to be leaving a bit more of an advantage for the side of Noble Esports. They have that one-man advantage. The spike is yet to go down. It's going to be Rexy planting out the spike as of right now, but Appa, he comes in massive. He wants to get that flick kill onto Hirsch, cleaning him up. It's gonna be making it even Stevens on the scoreboard for just a little while longer. It's gonna be Bondo getting tagged up by that shock dart a little bit more. 2 members sitting on the lamp side. It's gonna be Sai slowly creeping his way up from the shower angle, and they're not gonna be ready for it. Sai gets in position. It's gonna be massive for their side, but Rexy, he already answers back onto 1. He answers back onto 2, and Sai, he comes in massive from the back, and he's gonna be able to fight at all. He had that volley as well. He's gonna be playing for so much time, and ladies and gentlemen, I do not think that even Appa has enough time to go in for that plant at the bare minimum. He needs to get back out, and Sai, he's going to be able to clutch out the round for his team with that fast rotation coming out and getting that kill onto Nepu. Nepu doing really well to get those 2 kills, but Sai, he just had the bigger brain going in for that rotation play.
Yeah, the flanks in this game so important because you can see Appa with the way he's positioned, using his own ultimate from the shadows, able to find that kill onto Hush and delay the plant by Rexy as much as possible. But once all of Noble able to clear the site and Rexy able to get the plant, Sai then starts making his way from A main into A showers, and with his position able to take down Nepu, who was able to get a double kill onto Rexy and Hika and almost secure the retake for Slay Them. But Sai with his position able to stop the retake in its tracks, and then with the molly able to clutch out the round for Noble Esports. Going into the next round, it's going to be Slay Them Respect both onto a semi-buy round assault, then up to them to pull it back. But Noble, they're going for a fast B-side push. Hush will get the first kill, pop out the neural tap, and that's all the knowledge of positions for Noble. Hika with the showstopper will get another, and I love the way Noble play with their ults, able to take side control and now get the spike planted, secure a 2-man advantage for their team.
They're gonna be able to get a lot of kills out for their side, but at the bare minimum, it's gonna be Sai coming in from the side as well. Him being able to get 1 kill, getting sprayed down is gonna be Nepu by Sai once more. And Love, he just has the operator in hand, and he needs to go in for this save. He cannot lose this operator in any shape or form. Moving forward into the Moving forward into the CT side to try CT spawn, sorry, to try T spawn, sorry, to try and get something done at the bare minimum. But Sami, he has his phone number. He's not gonna be able to call him up. It's gonna be Love taking that engagement instead. And all the members from the side of Noble Esports, they're trying to close him down. But Love, when he has that operator, he's just gonna be super dangerous. He goes in for the flick shot. It's gonna be Hika straight through the smoke, and unlucky Love. He does get taken down, but he gave a showing for the folks at home with his last dying breath trying to save that operator. They're gonna be able to find out everything, and Noble Esports, they take it to 7 and 10, and no operator left for the side of Slay Them With Respect.
Now, Slay Them With Respect, they're going to be forced into a round. Given the fact that they went for the semi buys, they will be able to get the full buys with the money coming in from Love's triple kill and their loss streak. So it's going to be up to them to try and pull back this round, because otherwise Noble now on a 3-round win streak will just be able to keep pushing the momentum forward and secure this round. Now we've got a small pause. I believe it is the tactical pause coming in, and both the teams just taking a second to just talk about what exactly is going on in the game. We'll take a second to look at the scorecard, because I noticed Sami with 19 kills to his name, doing phenomenally for Noble Esports on his signature jet pick coming out. And for the Noble Esports, it really is, otherwise, besides Sami, Hika really stepping up, because the last time we saw him, he had 6 kills to his name. And for us, it was about seeing Hika really being able to explode onto the map, being able to get his impact felt, and it really does feel like he's able to do that. Now for Bondef, I feel like Love not able to perform to the utmost expectations that we have from him. Like, even though he's doing extremely well, even though he has 14 kills to his name, he's not able to single-handedly flip the script the way Love can. And now it'll be up to Love to see if he can get something done in this round. Sai, he takes control of the B Shower's ult point and gets closer to his ultimate for himself. But both teams, they don't have many ultimates to their name just yet. It's just the Hunter's Fury available for Noble and the Blade Storm available for Slay Them With Respect. Now, Slay Them With Respect, they're just trying for an A stack, knowing that the ult point was taken at Showers. Very apprehensive about the push there. But Noble, they're doing the bait and switch. They made a bunch of noise towards A Showers. Now going for the B push. They're going for the fast B side execute. And with only a couple members here, this might just be an easy side take for Noble.
Better to play for the retake than playing for the side control instead. And Slay Them With Respect, they already know what they're gonna be doing. Nefu though, he gets that first kill on the side. He made a lot of noise. It's gonna be an absolute spray down. Alpha, he finds 2 from the back end before he's gonna be going down himself. It's gonna be Bondef coming in from the sidelines. He's able to get those 2 kills as well. And it seems as though Noble, they got a bit too greedy, a bit too aggressive, trying to push in through that one cyber cage, making so much noise, giving so much information away. And Slay Them With Respect, they were able to capitalize on it all. Noble, they should have just gone in for the plant instead. They should have just played it slow instead of going in for the frags. And this is what hurt them the most, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what happens when you get a bit too overconfident. Noble getting taken down right there. And Slay Them With Respect, they take it to 11 rounds on the board. 11 and 7 is the scoreline. And the economy of Noble Esports are going to be hurting a lot.
Now, Noble forced into a situation where to get the buys off, they have to pull off a couple of Spectres, a couple of Light Shields, so the advantage still very much in the favor of Slay Them With Respect. Now, the Hunter's Fury will come out from Rexy to help Sai secure that ult point for himself. Will find one tag onto Love and will force him a little back, but the Pain Grenade coming out will clear out the Shover's push and force Noble onto the back foot once again. But Sai with the wall bang will take down Love, and the Hunter's Fury combination with the game sense coming out from Sai will get the man advantage for Noble Esports. Now having made a bunch of noise down at A Showers, Noble doing exactly what you would expect them to. Actually scratch that. Noble, I thought they were going for the B-side push, but the way they're setting up, it looks like they might just instead choose to go for the A-side push. Rexy lurking and waiting for an aggressive push will likely find Bondef right here, take him down, and make it 5v3 for Noble Esports. Now with Bond down, A-side completely open, it's going to be a free A-side for Noble.
Free A-side indeed. They're gonna be pushing it down in and Slay Them With Respect with only 3 members, no ultimates available for their side. Noble Esports, they're gonna be looking pretty on their end. through the smoke plant is going to be coming out though. Juven tries to go in for the spray to try and find the kill, pulls out the shock dart. But if a peek comes out from the side of Hirsch, it's going to be really dangerous as well. No contact has just yet been made. And ladies and gentlemen, they're playing for the post plant. It is going to be Sai moving away from the back end, probably looking for a molly lineup, I believe, all the way back there. But I think he's actually hunting down the last remaining members of the side of Silent with respect. They don't want to give them any form of advantage moving on to this next round because, first of all, Noble, they do not have a lot of money themselves. So if they lose this round, it's going to be, if they lose any members in this round, it's going to be hurting their economy quite a lot. So I would say instead, Noble, you should stay put and not really go in for these fights because you don't really have a lot to work with in general. And now, for the fact that you're going in for the hunt, it's quite dangerous.
But Noble, they're that aggressive team. This is the reason they're so proficient in attack, right? They refuse to allow any sort of even mini advantage for the other team. And they go for the hunt onto the members of Slay Them who try to go for the save. Not able to find them though, and that means 3 guns saved for Slay Them with Respect. Slay Them with Respect making that tactical decision to just back off. Understand that, hey, we have the round lead, we have the round control. So if we just control our economy, we should be able to secure a couple rounds and push back. But for now, Noble winning that round will give them a chance to stabilize their economy. But now it's going to be up to Love on that operator to try and make something work. He went for the showers push, but he will not find anybody because Noble, they're going for the B-long control with the help of Harsh's spy camera, and that spy camera will come up huge. Now those smokes are coming out towards A.
Oh my god!
Smokes trying to make noise. Love able to find the first kill onto side. Love with the operator, a side to watch, but all that was just noise. Side taking the TP. This is a B side to execute.
A really heavy B-side to execute indeed, and already the blast packs are coming in as well. He's going in for the push, but Appa is going to win for the headshot. He finds 2, and again, a very aggressive push. It's going to be costing you a lot. It's going to be Juven coming in from the side, being able to take out Sabi, but Rexy, he has his own calling. He's able to find one and answers back, but at the same time, it's going to be really difficult. All of the shots, all of the paranoias, everything's coming out, but the halfway defuse is already done. 3 angry members are already left from the back end, and Slay Them with Respect. They're going to be able to hold off Rexy, so he can't really do anything at all, sitting inside of that dark cover. And again, Noble playing it a bit too aggressive, trying to establish map control, gets caught off guard, and they're going to be losing members just for that. Say them with respect, they're winning out a lot of these rounds out of the small, capitalizing on the small mistakes being made by Noble. And every single time, it seems as though we're going to be moving into a 12-8, it seems, and right now.
I mean, I feel like it really does come down to which team is able to get the first blood, because the team that is able to get the first blood is an expert at utilizing that man advantage to then close out the round. The fact that Slay Them with Respect on Love with the operator able to get that first blood, secure that last round, and now they want a match point for themselves. Now Love, he went for the aggressive peek, and he's gonna go down. Sami with the first blood will get spotted out though, and the Hunter Fury coming out from Juven, Sami will dash out of his way, and even though he gets tagged, he will not go down. That's a man advantage for Noble Esports, and we'll have to see if what I feel does end up coming through. Noble Esports, they got the first blood in this round. We have to see if they'll be able to secure it. Now, a very patient playstyle by Noble Esports. They're using the pressure created by Harsh towards that B-long to now rotate towards A, but Slay Them expecting this. 3 members at A. Noble, they need to break this side push completely perfect or they will go down.
They're trying to make this as perfect as possible. Sai, he gets that second kill off, making it a 4 versus 3 scenario for the side of Slay Them with Respect. They're going to be going in for the retake, but Noble, this is going to be a really tall order. Small mistakes are going to be costing you a lot of rounds, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Nepu, though, taking the fast peek onto the back corner, and it's going to be a 3 stack going onto that lamb side. Paranoia is going to be available, though, for the side of Appa, but he's not really even close enough to go in for this Paranoia just yet. They're going to be holding down the spike just now. The spike cam does spot him out. It's going to be a fast peek coming up from the side of Vika. He gets taken out by a headshot, but Hirsch, he comes in from the side and he's able to find another one. But Appa, he has his back with his own calling. He's going to be able to find one. It's going to be leaving Juven with only 10 HP, and Rexy with the fast peek and the jiggle, he's going to be able to clean it all up. 9 and 12 on the scoreline for the side of Slay Them with Respect and Noble Esports. And Noble Esports, they're slowly making their way back. They're making the comeback, but at the same time, if we see mistakes like the last round, this is going to be really difficult.
I mean, it all comes down to the first blood. You basically get the way the entire round is going to end up going out with that first blood, because when it goes down to this post-plant situations, both the teams playing it really smart and able to find trade for trade for trade, and with the team that has the man advantage to start it off, ends up winning it for themselves. Now Love once again going for the aggressive play, will get taken down by Rexy, and that's yet another first blood for their team. But Appa at the back, able to back up his teammate, will find another. Now Rexy going for the 1v2, will end up getting taken down by Appa, and Appa with his third, looking to push Noble Esports to map 3. It's going to be up to Hika and Hush. They're rotating towards B and looking to get the spike planted. Can they pull off a 2v4 clutch for their team? Can they secure this round? We'll have to see.
Let's see what they're gonna be coming out on the table this time around. Noble Esports, the way that they're executing this game is gonna be really difficult indeed. Noble, they're on the back foot of it all, but in this 2 versus 4 scenario, if they're gonna be able to find the play, but Bondef, he gets that first kill on the Hika. It's gonna be Hirsch on the back end of it all. Hirsch going in for the spray. He's gonna be able to find 2, but Nepu from the back end of Hookah, he's able to find it out and close out this game. The map win does go in the favor of Slay Them With Respect. And indeed, the respect has been earned. Noble Esports going down on this map, small mistakes here and there. And once again, I did state before and as you stated before, sorry, that the first blood is where it all matters. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be closing out this map, moving forward into the next one, and a well-played game coming out from both teams.
I mean, even though Noble Esports get the first blood in the last round, the aggressive push coming in from Appa and Bond just able to nullify that entirely. And Appa with that Spectre finding that triple kill, Appa with the 3-1-3 ACS, 25 kills, he's gonna pick up the MVP, secure that round for Slay Them With Respect, and secure the map for Slay Them With Respect and take us to map 3. I'm excited to see both of these teams into action, and this is the perfect way for us to be watching the lower bracket finals, because both of these teams neck to neck with each other, refusing to give up ground whatsoever. Map 3 is going to be the decider. For now though, we'll take a second to look back into map 2, understand what really happened with either team and why those first bloods were so important, with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now aggressive, it really does feel like both of these teams, they are very comfortable with the idea of going for trades and going for aggressive peaks in duos. And what that means is that the team that ends up finding like that first blood, the team that ends up giving that tiny advantage by making a mistake, is where like the entire round does get decided. So going into the third map, which is Haven, and has a lot of room for such mind games, for such 1v1 isolated duels, where do you think the advantage is going to lie for either team?
I think the main advantage is going to lie towards the side of Slay Them With Respect. In a lot of these situations, when it comes to the aggressive plays, I think that Slay Them With Respect, I believe so, that they have a much more coordinated playstyle when it comes to much more aggressive plays. Noble Esports, on the other hand, they have a much more coordinated style when it comes to defensive aggressive plays instead. When they play defensively and then push out for aggression, I see that is where Noble come out on top. And then the map of Haven, it's going to be a lot about this defensive aggressive playstyle when you're playing both on the attack and on the defensive rounds. And I want to be seeing that side of Noble in comparison to their raw, unfiltered aggression. Because when their aggression is filtered, then those are the times when they come out on top, getting players like Sami and Hika into the positions that they can just frag out of their minds. That is where Slay Them With Respect are going to be hurting the most, and that is what I want to see coming out from the side of Noble.
It's all about those off angles, as you're saying, for Noble, trying to find a control to their chaos and surprise Slay Them With Respect with it. We'll have to see if Noble able to pull it off, because Slay Them With Respect, with their systematic gameplay, able to secure this map 2 and now take us to map 3 onto Haven. My eye definitely going to be on Appa and Love, because while Love wasn't as phenomenal as he usually is, his aggressive gameplay really setting up the rest of the team to be able to follow through and secure this map. Appa though popped off of his mind, the Omen with 25 kills, just helping secure this map for Slay Them With Respect. And moving forward, we're gonna have to see if that Omen can reign supreme on Haven. Now, going into Haven, we're also going to be seeing a few agent switches coming out from Noble, and I think it's going to be Sai on the Phoenix, so I'm excited to watch that come through and see how that pans out. For now though, we're gonna take a small break and set us up for map 3. In the meantime, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Massive sales for you to check out and a chance for you to upgrade your peripherals, chance to play like the pros and become perhaps the pros yourself. Make sure you also like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below to get constant updates to all the action brought to you by the Esports Club. For now, we're gonna go set up for map 3 and we'll see you there with the LG Ultra Gear TEC Challenger Series 4 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
real fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Shivy, he's gotta do something about it. The spike is ticking, but Rappa with the triple kill to end it off. Your champions are Team Tamelas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. We are back for Map 3 between Noble Esports and Slay Them With Respect in this lower bracket finals. And instantly, let's just go into the map veto, because we have a lot to talk aggressive about the first two maps and how the stage has been set into Map 3. First map, Ascent, won by Noble Esports. Second map, Bind, won by Slay Them Respect. And going into Haven, what are you expecting from either teams?
Haven is one of those maps I can't really say anything about. Both teams are just so good in Haven. They have amazing duelist players. So it's just all down to how these duelists are going to be playing it out. It is going to be Sai actually moving towards that Jet and Sami going on to the Reyna. This is going to be really interesting because Hika, he's actually moving on to the Omen this time around.
Yeah, Hika on the Omen is something you can expect from Noble Esports on Haven, because we have seen that time and time again from them. What I did not expect though is Sai to be on the Jet. I was expecting Sai to pick up the Phoenix and Sami to be on the Jet. Instead, they're going to put Sami on the Flash Duelist, which is the Reyna, and Sai picking up the Jet. For me, it speaks to the team regarding the necessity of having the proper offer for the either team, because they understand Ghost's proficiency with the op and they understand the need to be able to match that. But for the side of Slay Them With Respect, they're actually not even going to have a Jet in their composition. They're going to pick up that race for Ghost, and it's gonna, sorry, for Love, my bad. And it's gonna come down to Bond F on that Phoenix. So I'm really curious to see how this ends up panning out, because while Sami can pop off, like he did pop off in the last match on the Jet, playing the Reyna is a very different playstyle to playing the Jet, and it's really all about trying to find the right setups for your utilities rather than finding your way out of these nitty-gritty situations like you can play Jet. So now, going into this map, going into the attacking side for Noble, we have to see if Noble can find really the advantage that they need, because not only is Haven an attacker's favored map, also Noble Esports very much an attacking comfortable team. They need to start off this map strong, otherwise I do feel like Slay Them With Respect will get a huge advantage.
Slay Them With Respect, they have that one thing going for them, being the Phoenix over that Reyna. Of course, Reyna, as you stated before, it's not really a Jet-based playstyle. Reyna needs to play in a much more confident manner. She needs to go in for the peaks that allow her to take that advantage over your opponents. But at the same time, one of the more dangerous factors about the composition that Slay Them With Respect have is the amount of utility they have in comparison to the side of Noble Esports. Them having that Raze, them having that Phoenix, they have a lot of corner clear potential as well as flash potential in comparison to the side of Noble Esports. They have no way to clear corners other than the Sova, and Haven is a map just full of corners.
Yeah, that's something that we have to watch out for. For Noble Esports, they have that Reyna, the Leer, to really set up for those aggressive pushes, clear out those corners. So we'll have to see if they can use it. Already they're going for that aggressive C-side execute, and Sami on that Reyna picking up the first two kills. That's a promising thing to see, because you really want that Reyna, a feast or famine champion, to be feasting. Now they have taken side control and looking to push in further into CT. Sami, he's just gonna back up though, not take the unnecessary peek down into his. That's gonna be Nepu. He's gonna get spotted out by Sai, and Sai gonna take him down. Rexy with another. Noble looking for a flawless first round, and that's a brilliant way to start off the victory.
Gilman going in for the taps, not going to be able to find any kills right there. Noble Esports, they take that flawless round away from the side of Slayden with respect. And Sami, he's at the helm of it all. He gets those taps, he gets those kills, and he's able to feast on their soul. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the first round going in favor for the side of Noble Esports. And they're looking to close it all down at the bare minimum, but still with a strong start comes a lot of confidence, and if that confidence rises into overconfidence, that is where you're going to be falling the hardest. Say them with respect, they're just going to be warming up, moving into this next eco round.
Now, going into the next round, it's gonna be up to Noble to continue the tempo, and they're looking to do just that. 5 classics, no money used for Slay Them with Respect. 5 Spectres and heavy shields coming out for Noble. They do not want to give up the tempo even a little bit, and the best way to do it would be to get another flawless. They're gonna spot out Love's barrel here. Sai able to take him down. Sai with a double, barely surviving with 20 HP, is gonna just put down his emote and then walk out of that site. Now Hush towards the other half of the map, able to find another, and now
Oh my god.
Will find one, Partika able to take him down. That was a sick shot by Bond though.
Bond going in for the classic right clicks, being able to close him down nearly immediately. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what you want to be seeing coming out from these members of the side of Slay Them with Respect. But at the same time, Noble Esports, they were able to clean it all up. This was their eco round after all. Them being able to get that one kill is going to be more than enough at the bare minimum to move forward into their buy rounds. A lot of the guns have been saved from the side of Noble Esports, so they're going to be looking at their buys from that last round being being 4 Spectres, and Sami being the only one able to upgrade to a Vandal being brought by one of his teammates. But at the same time, this is gonna give a lot of advantage for the side of Stadium with Respect. And the one thing that I will tell you, stay away from garage. You do not want to be in the garage side when you know your opponents have they have guns that excel at these close ranges. Try to take garage control from the window side, so you don't have that big disadvantage of you dying nearly immediately to just one of the sprays coming out from the side of the Spectres. But still, it seems as though Noble Esports, they're doing the smart play and they're going straight down onto this B side. It's gonna be Sami getting the first kill off onto Appa, but Appa is like what is all love, getting the shots from the sidelines. It's gonna be Rexy being able to answer one. He's gonna be able to find it all. Sami gets that reverse flick off and that tap to take out Juven, and it's gonna be Harsh as well to get that one kill from the sideline as well, leaving Nepu in a 1v2 scenario against Sami and his own clone Hirsch. Nepu, he is known as a clutch minister for a reason. He has clutched out more rounds than any other Cypher that I've seen in this entire tournament, but will he be able to? It's a real question. Sami, he's at that best off angle. Nepu, he's not going to be checking that corner, and Hirsch, he's able to find it all up and clean up Nepu, sending him back home through the vortex of that Reaver Vandal. This is what you want to be seeing, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the Noble Esports that we know and love.
I mean, I love the approach coming out from Noble, the perfect call being made, acknowledging that, hey, we have 4 Spectres in our hands. You know what Spectres are good at? Close range combat. Close range combat happening in the perfect site for that happening is the B side. And Noble's like, you know what? We have 4 Spectres. Let's just go for the fast B side push. They set up the dark covers and they use the Leer to clear out the site. And they get trades for trades in their favor. And those trades are huge for them because that was the buy round for Slay Them with Respect. Slay Them with Respect losing all their guns, now forced onto an eco, and Noble pushing forward the tempo extremely aggressively. Sami on that Reyna really starting to carry forward his team's aggression. Now Rexy able to pick up that kill with the shock dart, but Bond on the other side will find the one tap and make it even Stevens in terms of the man agents for either team. Now Noble, they have the weapon advantage and they need to make sure that they don't give up too many kills to Slay Them with Respect, because this is the eco round for Slay Them with Respect and it's all about trying to get as much damage on as possible. Now Noble, they're going for the slow rotate towards A, and that's where they're going to look to execute. Sami's going to find one, and that's going to result into Noble committing into A.
The fast commit onto that A side is going to give them a lot to work with, but at the same time, Nepu, he does have that frenzy. Even though he may just get taken down right here, he needs to try and take at least one member with him. Does spot out one with the camera. He knows exactly where Nepu is. He goes in for the spray, but he's going to be able to find it. Sami takes one from the side, and he takes a third as well. as Juven tries to make that rotation, and it's just a cleanup duty for the side of Noble Esports. Them taking 0 and 4 on the lead, 4 rounds on the board for their side, and 4 rounds in the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like a dominant performance coming out from the side of Noble Esports, but now it's going to be the buy round again for the side of Slay Them with Respect. So let us see what they're going to be bringing down to the table and if they can shift the momentum in their favor.
So Hayden is one of the few maps where Noble, they've really sort of asserted their dominance from the first time we ever saw them in Series 2. It's a map that they really feel comfortable at, and you can see that comfort coming out. Sami with 7 kills to his name, really making that Reyna pick count, and Noble starting on the attacking side, really making their tempo count. 4-0 to their name. This buy round is a chance for Slay Them Respect to pull it back, but Noble, they're switching it up once again, going for that steal push, using that gear really well to push in, but Sai doesn't check this angle, will get taken down, but not before he found one kill for himself. Now Hika will find one, but Bondef with the runner back, able to find his second kill and make it 2v3 for Noble Esports. Both members of Noble Esports really low, so they need to get the spike planted as soon as possible and get into their push-down positions, because the retake definitely in the favor of Slay Them Respect.
Say the Respect, they have all of the advantages in the entire world, and one misleading spray is all that they're going to be needing. It's going to be Hika though, pushing it with Urge from the sideline. He's going to be able to get that kill onto Appa, and they're looking to close it all down. The ultimate has been used by the side of the Omen to get some information of where they exactly are. Both members are inside of the site. It's going to be gone there with the spray down coming out from his end. He's going to be able to get that kill, and this is very much possible, but the Clutch Minister himself, he's going to be holding down as long as he can. He knows for a fact that Hika is sitting down on that garage side. He goes in for the peak, he goes in for the jiggles. He's not going to be having enough time. And Hika, he plays that down to the timing, to the perfection. Hika, he's an absolute god when it comes to these plays. There was no situation where Noble Esports should have won this round whatsoever, but they came out on top in this engagement.
The calls coming out for Noble Esports on point. First, the push for both members. They're like, bro, we're both low. Let's stay together and push into garage. Take control. Then the ultimate coming out for Hika to just get the info of whether the spike is being planted or not. And then Harsh with the wraparound and Hika with the paranoia. Delaying as much as possible. 4K for Hika on that Omen. Securing the buy round for Noble Esports. A huge round coming through and putting the Slay Them Respect in a very difficult situation. Now, once again, Noble, they're just going for a similar execute, but onto the opposite side. It's going to be the A side this time, and they found a kill for themselves, a 1-for-1 trade. But having made that noise onto A, they're going to slowly rotate back out onto the map and look towards a different site and let Harsh stay back in A to just cause the noise to delay as much as possible with his camera. Now, Slay Them Respect, they're not the sort of team, they haven't made it to the top 4 for no reason. They're not the sort of team to be caught off guard, and they're predicting some sort of play like this and waiting in their positions, not making any unnecessary rotations. Once again, Noble, they're going to make their way back onto A, knowing Harsh has control of the sewers. Going to use that control to push forward into an A site execute. With 40 seconds left, it's up to Noble to try and commit to his site and pull off this round.
They need to close off these rounds as fast as possible. Say them with respect. They need to try and get as much of an advantage as they can. But Noble Esports, they're playing it slow. They're playing it smart. They know for a fact that if they execute onto a site immediately after making a lot of noise onto the C side, it's going to be Sami making his way, creeping it down slowly as much as he can. He goes in for the peak, but Juven, he's way too quick with that headshot, being able to take him out. And they expect a fast push onto the C side, but instead it's going to be a storm coming out on this A side. The spike is just about to go down soon enough. It is going to be Rexy with a very smart plan indeed, knowing for a fact that Juven is going to be going in for the 100 Fury, goes in for the blaze, but Hika coming in from the heaven side with that TP. He's able to clean up too. He's trying to find the third. Rexy tries to use the Hunter's Fury to take him down, but Hika, he comes in massive. He's able to get those 3 kills. Bondef, he has the flash in hand, goes in for the kill, but Hika going in for the spray. He's not going to be able to find it out, but Bondef jumping down from the heaven side, gets taken down by Hirsch at a beautiful post-plant position. And ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Noble Esports cleaning up round after round after round on Hika's aggression, on Hika's potential. They're going to be able to find everything.
That goes there.
I mean, the way Noble Esports dominating right now, it's on the back of just Hika completely popping off as well as the rest of the team. So it was Sami in the first few rounds, but now the Hika, after picking up that 4K, it really does feel like Hika has come online. And I've been waiting for this moment the entire series because Hika is the sort of player, once you give him that tempo, once you give him that confidence, he's gonna trample all over you and take over the map by himself. And now Hika looking to do just that. We Sami finding the first kill, and you can see it. Slay them with respect. They're going for these aggressive plays and getting caught out. One ends up going down, but Love is able to find the one tap. Hush right there, clean it up though. Will find the return kill onto Juven and make it 4v3 for Noble Esports. Now this is the eco round for Slay them with respect, but they need to try to pull it back. Going down so many rounds will not help them at all. Now Harsh barely dodges the showstopper and gets out.
My God!
It's gonna be up to Love to hold on to this round. He has a gun to his name. Can Love pull off this ace? The neural tap has come out to Slay them with respect. They know the positioning and they know where the spike is. Can Love will help Slay them with respect pull off a thrifty round?
Shadows traveling.
What were those headshots? Those were absolutely disgusting. That man, when it comes to aiming, is just way too good for his own good. Like, oh my god, that was just absolutely beautiful coming out from the side of Love. But still, you have to beat the raid bosses, being Reyna and Hika. They do not really have enough time to work with.
30 seconds
Plans
left.
are going to be coming through, but what are the side of Slay them with respect doing? I think they're opting to go in for a save.
No, I don't think they knew that the spike was dropped at sewers and instead chose to rotate,
my God.
understanding that the spike could be rotating towards B, and that's gonna cost them because now the spike making its way towards B is gonna be up to
10
Love. He's
seconds
right here.
left.
He's waiting. Now
One
spike is getting
player
planted.
standing.
Love will
I
find
have
the
the
4K,
spike.
take down the spike planter. It's gonna be up to Sami to find that spike plant. But with
One
that grenade
player
coming out,
remaining.
it should be an ace.
Spike
But Love
planted.
actually ends up killing himself with the grenade.
My God!
Oh my god! What is happening here? It's Sami, the last man standing with 42 HP. Will find the kill and the clutch, but oh no. From amazing one taps to them not knowing that the spike was dropped in the sewers to then Love dying at the hands of his own grenade, that round was all over the place. What a roller coaster.
I think Love was not expecting the fact that he was going to get caught out by his grenade. He thought that the grenade was going to be exploding a bit earlier and not really reaching him at that point when he threw it out. That's gonna be hurting the morale of Slay them with respect a lot. That is what happens when you get a bit too overconfident and get a bit too flashy. Love in a lot of these situations when he's gonna be getting those aces. He seems to be making a bit more mistakes, and that is what's gonna be costing you, ladies and gentlemen. Noble Esports, them having that disciplined playstyle, it's what's getting them a lot of these rounds. 0 and 7 on the scoreboard on the map of Haven. This is becoming a very one-sided show, but still at the same time, there's a lot of time to work with. And Love, he has that sneaky angle right underneath the window, so he's probably going to be looking for a kill, whatever he can find. But none of the members of Noble Esports are actually pushing up towards this window side, not really making a lot of noise either. They're waiting to see if they can find any form of a mistake coming out from the side of Slay them with respect, knowing for a fact that they get impatient, especially the side of Love. But no pushes just yet, Love being the only one and only one being there, and a lot of information is actually being given by the side of Love. A lot of footsteps indeed, so they know exactly where the enemies are going to be moving. But Sami, he gets a massive play from his side. He's going to be able to take out Love with a well-placed spray. And this is going to open up a lot. One of the main stalling members already going down immediately. Bondef, he does have the flash though in his hand to try and make any form of play.
30
Alpha
seconds
spots
left.
outside with an operator, but Juven in that off angle, he's able to find one. And Ika, he finds two. Lexi chime in as well from his side. He's going to be able to clean up his own cologne. And the spike is just about to go down, forcing Slay them with respect in a 2 versus 4 post-plant scenario.
Now, it's only 2 members of Slay them respect left. It's gonna be up to Appa and Nepu to try and pull something off because they cannot afford to give so much momentum to Noble. Already Noble so on top of this game. It's resulting in an extremely dominant scoreline. And Sami picking up that kill should mean it's a comfortable 8-0 for Noble. Nepu, he has no other choice but to go for that save in the 1v4 situation. And Noble, this is what I meant. Not only is Haven one of their most favored maps, but the fact that they start on the favored side, their most comfortable side, the attacking side, Noble just able to get the tempo towards the start by winning the first buy round and then push forward that tempo aggressively. Noble now 8-0 in map 3 of our lower bracket finals, refusing to give any ground to slay them with respect for a comeback.
This is like the momentum that we stated before. If Hika, if Sami, these players, if they get a taste of momentum, they're gonna be riding on it to the ends of the earth. They're not gonna give a single round away. They're gonna pull off rounds that are gonna make your jaw drop and shots that are gonna be inhuman indeed. And Noble Esports, they're playing this down so well. Even when rounds, they had no business winning. The way that they played around, the disciplined plays that they made really allowed them to work out what they're gonna be doing, but at the same time, it is gonna be slay them with respect on the top end of it all as well. This time around, it's gonna be Dubin trying to get a shot card place from his side, but Hika, he uses the ultimate to get a bit closer down onto the seaside, establishing control really quickly, and the plan is just about to go down, going into a 5 versus 5 retake scenario. It's going to be for the side of slay them with respect, but Noble Esports, they're not taking proper post plans. They're all sitting down together down into this side, and a fast push coming out on the garage angle, but Appa, he's probably going to be able to find two immediately. Good break control. He's going to be finding one, but he doesn't get the second. Hirsch is able to get this 180 flick and get that kill. It's going to be Sai from the back end. He just only has 2 HP to work with, but Sai, he got the advantage. He gets 1 kill from the back end. It's going to be Hika getting 1 himself, but Bondef, he's way too quick. He's able to get 1 on the Hika. Love answers back on the sidelines on the side. It's going to be Rexy going up against 2 members. Love, he's trying to do what he can. He gets that 1 headshot. He's looking for the second on the Rexy, but the spike, it's taken away slowly. He's not going to be going anywhere. 1 bullet and a dream, and it's not going to be enough. It's Rexy. He's able to clean it all up, and Noble Esports take it to 0-9.
There really does seem like there is no stopping this dominating, devastating force that is Noble Esports. 9-0 is the scoreline in map 3. Noble refusing to give any sort of momentum back to slay them with respect. And even though Love doing his absolute best to try and pull back these rounds, every single round has been so close down to the wire. But Noble, they're the team able to edge it out. They're the team able to convert their advantages into round wins, and they're the team now looking for their way into the lower bracket finals too, to get ready to make their way into the grand finals. Now, the last time Noble was participating in our tournament, they finished in the 3rd position, and winning this matchup will secure that 3rd position for themselves. Now, Juwin will find the 1-tap onto Hika, and if Slay Them Respect can find the next 3 rounds, maybe, just maybe, they can pull off a comeback. Love with another 1-tap onto Sai. Is the comeback on? We'll have to see, because now Noble, they're making their way towards C. Hush will take down Bond, but Nepu right there to back his teammate up with the second kill. It's gonna be up to Sami and Rexy to pull off this 2v4 situation and try to make it 10-0.
They're looking to close it all down, but it seems as though slay them with respect. They're finally kicking, and they're finally kicking hard. It's gonna be Rexy going down to the hands of Love, who's gonna be coming at from the C-long side. They're gonna be able to find the 1 round on the board for their side, but on a 1-9 scoreline and a couple of more rounds before halftime begins. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be really difficult for the side of Slay Them with respect to come back on this, because on the defensive half, they're having such a hard time when they have such strong duelists in their on their side. It's gonna get even harder when they're gonna be moving into the attacking half.
Yeah, and it really does feel like it's for no Slay Them with Respect. This is the chance to try and pull something back, because they're able to get that 50 round for themselves, and now they just need to be able to win a bye round and the next to try and make it 9-3, and then maybe there's some hope. Love will end up missing that showstopper. Hush barely dodging it, but Juwin holding down his side. Will find 2, will find 3, and will make it a huge advantage for Slay Them with Respect. The spike carrier is down, and Juwin knows exactly where this is. This should be a comfortable round for Slay Them with Respect to secure.
It's gonna be quite a decently easy round, I would say, for the side of Noble, for the side of Slay Them with Respect. A Noble, we cannot really count them out. We have seen these guys perform clutches but much lower HP thresholds than this. But Juven, he did have that recon ball, not really gonna be spotting on much. It's gonna be Hika getting that first kill on the sidelines. Juven, he's looking for the days, but Hirsch is way too quick for him. He's able to find that reverse frag. He doesn't know for a fact that Appa is sitting up on that short angle. But where is Hirsch going? He's not really going for the spike. He's just waiting to see what he can find at the very minimum. Hirsch using the ultimate to see what he can find. Gets the bomb, and he's gonna book it back down into this C side, leaving Hirsch in a 1 versus 2 scenario. And he's going to be planting the spike onto B in a very precarious position so that he can watch both sides at will. He does spot out Nepu, who's trying to make his way forward. No one really pushing up just yet, isolating the 1v1 against Nepu. He's going to be coming out on top, and it's going to be Hirsch going into the clutch minister position instead of Nepu. He's going to be able to dethrone him, and a 4K coming out for the side of Nepu. This is what I said before. You cannot count out these two members. When it's Hiccup, when it's Hirsch, they have the potential in them to take round after round off the board. Even if they're in a 2 versus 5, even if they're in a 2 versus 4, they will always come out on top.
Harsh, I've said this time and time again, like the consistency that Harsh displays for his team, the fact that he's basically the rock of Noble is so important to the entire team structure. He's able to find the 4K in a situation in a round where the spike was dropped for Juven. Like, I thought the round was done and dusted to slay them with respect, but Harsh with that 4K, making sure that it's Noble taking the double digits in this first half. Now Love finds one, but Hika and Sami, they're all reinvigorated by Harsh's 4K. Harsh's clutch, and they're pushing in. Nepu will find the return kill, make it 3v3, but now Noble Esports, they're gonna go back, they're gonna pick up the spike, it is with Hush, and they're gonna look to push into this B side with the help of the control established by Sai and Sami. Sai barely getting out of that corner, dodging that shock dodge will keep his life. And now Noble, they can use the time that they have over a minute to try and rotate to another side. They made a bunch of noise towards the mid area. They got the trades necessary. And now, if they make their way towards A side, it's completely open.
A side is going to be opened up, but it seems as though Sami, he has other plans. He wants to try and press his advantage as much as he can on this B side, but at the same time, this is going to be the last round for both of these sides on the attacking half. So let us see what they're bringing down to the table. Playing it slow is going to be the side of Noble Esports. They don't really want to give up a lot of information or execute down into a site just yet.
30 seconds left.
They're probably deciding on where to go, and it's going to be Sai slowly making his way, shifting towards that A site, real slow. But still, they're probably going to be opting to go for the B, as not really a lot of time is going to be left. Side does use the Blade Storm. They're going to be going out. Empress has been popped as well. And it's going to be a fast B side execute, and side control has already been established.
10 seconds left.
Now, with the side control, Nepu will get the first kill, and Hush has to go for the flank, but he does not have the time because Nepu and Appa closing on him from both sides will be able to clean that up and secure
Switching
that round
sides
for Slay Them With Respect. And at this point, Slay Them With Respect, they picked up 2 rounds in their defensive half, so they cannot afford to make any mistakes, any misplays whatsoever in their attacking half. They need to get going from the first round in the attacking half, and they need to go strong. They need to find a way to establish the momentum the way Noble did in their own attacking half and take the fight back to Noble for there to be any potential opportunity for a comeback. Noble, they've already reached double digits, so if they can just win the pistol round, they're going to set themselves up for success in a humongous way. Now, first, Slay Them With Respect. We talked earlier about the amount of utility they have with their Raze and Phoenix picks, and I'm going to keep an eye on how they're utilizing their utility on the attack. Now, the Recon Bolt will go out towards A main. A long will not spot anyone out just yet. Sai and Hush is repositioning themselves to back up. Now, Sai, he's going for the aggressive push down towards. He will get spotted out by this recon drone and should back up, but no, instead he's gonna go push in and he's gonna get caught out. Appa will get the headshot and the kill, and that's Slay Them With Respect with the lead, and that's Slay Them With Respect with the pressure cost towards A. Now with all the rotations come out by Noble, Slay Them With Respect can use this chaos to rotate themselves to another site, and it seems they're doing just that.
They're making the fast rotation, but Noble, they're taking the fight straight to the hands of Slay Them With Respect. And it's going to be Hirsch getting that first kill over the Juven, but Bondab, he's able to answer back on the Ika as well, with the hot hands coming out from the sidelines. But Sami, he's able to get that kill, and he's going to be able to feast away at the soul of Bondab. Tasty soul, giving him that 50 extra HP to his life. But going into a 3 versus 3 scenario already, it's going to be Slay Them With Respect being at the disadvantage because Appa, he's at very low HP. He gets tagged down a lot. He still does have the paranoia while the spike is making its way down onto the C side.
30
The plan is
left.
about to go down.
Spike
And it's going to be a 3 versus 3 post-plan scenario for the side of Slay Them With Respect. But still, as I stated before, they are at that disadvantage. So let us see what they're going to be bringing down to the table.
Now 3 versus 3 is the situation, but the health in the favor of Noble, so it's going to be up to them to force this retake because the site is planted and the time is running down. Appa lurking in the shadows though, should be able to find Rexy, but he does not. Able to tag him really low though, and now repositioning, acknowledging his low health. Sami fakes the defuse, and they're waiting for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT to push in. But with the time running out, they need to go for it. Sami does do just that, but the pain grenade coming out will delay him even more. And with the time running out, they have no time. They need to push in. Sami will do that. Will find the kill. Will be able to overheal, but the time will run out, and SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT will be able to pick up the round for themselves. Rexy will go down to the spike, but SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT winning this pistol round is extremely important because at 10-2, you cannot afford to lose a pistol round and go into the next round in the anti-eco round with that disadvantage.
Appa played that so beautifully. He forced enemies to come running towards him and to chase him down into the garage side. This gave so much time for the other members to like hold down that spike and be like, hey boys, we're gonna be holding it down for just a little while longer. The spike is just about to blow. I'm gonna play the merry-go-round with them and play the cat and mouse game. Here the Jerry was Appa and the cats were Noble Esports, and he's able to come out on top in that engagement, but love with that flash flick shot. He's able to find two. First trying to go in for the massive rundown with his team. He's not going to be able to find it all, but at the same time, it is going to be SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT catching the aggression from the side of Noble Esports with their force buys coming out. They're going to be coming out on top in the cat engagement, and a beautiful run coming out from the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT.
SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT with their buys, it was really instrumental and paramount that they secured the round, and they're able to do that with a rush coming out from Noble Esports, able to adapt really well to it and make sure that they're able to secure the round. Now, going into the next round, this is the real test, the real battle, because if Noble win this round, it really does set the stage for them really well. But if SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT win this round, it will set the stage for a comeback perfectly. And now Noble, they're going for the 3-man stack at C side. All of them spamming, expecting the push, but SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're like, you know what, you want to multi-stack a site? That's fine and well with us. We're just going to go to the opposite side of the map and punish you for your mistake. SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT now going for that A-side push. 4 members versus Hush. 1 man standing. Can he hold on? We'll have to see. Goes for the spam. Will tag out Bond a bunch, but now has to give up the side. Bond will take down Sami, and Appa will get the plant. The shock dart will chunk out Hush really low, and that's SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT with side control and Noble Esports in a disadvantageous situation.
Noble Esports, they have the disadvantage, but at the same time, SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they do have the postal scenarios in their favor, but at the same time, a fast push is going to be coming in from the side of side. The Paranoids is going to be used as well. Side gets the first kill on the Nepo. Side gets the second one on the Bond. He's able to clean up all of these members. It's going to be Juven on the back end of it all. Side running out of bullets off his Vandal, but he's playing it so well. He's using the classic. He's going in for the knife. He is like, no damn. He got the knife kill on the Juven as well. As Hika, he gets the secondary kill and the spike defuse. Side, he's adding insult to injury. He knows for a fact that Juven didn't have the bullets. He just goes in and be like, I'm gonna chop you down. I don't care if I don't have a knife. I don't care if I don't have a gun. I have a knife and I'm gonna chop you down. 1 and 2.
I mean, he ran out of bullets. Only 3 bullets left for Sai. He knows when he only has 1 shot. And understanding that Juven has stopped shooting, I assume he thought he'd run out of bullets. Sai, I thought he was dead, but he's able to find the knife. And as you said, add insult to injury, salt to the wounds, and secure Noble Esports' buy round for themselves. But this next round, this is the round where the buys will come through. For SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, a chance for them to pull it back. We'll have to see if they can do just that. Now the garage doors, they have been pummeled, the shields gone, and with both teams trying to wallbang each other, nothing happening just yet because all of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're grouped around the mid side, waiting for the aggressive push coming out from Noble. For Noble, they're playing it calm, they're playing it slow, they understand that they are in no rush to push forward, and now Sai is finding the triple with all members of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT short in the mid. This should be match point coming through for Noble Esports.
But Appa, he's playing the beautifully as the smoke criminal moving forward. He's able to play that smoke down to the perfection. He's able to find as much as he can, but it's gonna be Bondep with that ultimate, but it's not gonna be enough. But still, he's going in for the peak. Appa, he's gonna be able to find it, but Bondep extremely low, trying to heal up with all of his abilities as much as possible. 68 HP, but still in a 3 versus 2 scenario is going to be the advantageous position for the side of
30 seconds
Noble
left.
Esports. If they play it slow, if they play it systematically, this is going to be an easy win for their side. It's going to be Sai spotting out Appa. He gets tagged down to 47 HP. He's still going to be able to live, and Sai, knowing that it's going to be a very dangerous thing to still hold that position, is going to be opting away to go and back up his teammate being Hirsch, but still the mid push
10
is going to be
seconds
going out
left.
for their side. Paranoia has been used as well, not really connecting onto anyone's side. Spots out one member.
One enemy remaining.
It's not gonna be enough as Rexy, he gets that first kill. He's trying to look at for the second, but Appa, he's way too quick. He's able to get the fourth. But still, the time does run out. Appa, he gets the headshot, but not the spike plant
Match
itself.
point.
And it's gonna be match point for the side of Noble Esports. They're looking to close it all down and take this set win for themselves and give them the chance to go and face one of the members coming out from the upper brackets.
I mean, Appa doing extremely well that round, but Noble playing it even better, delaying for so long and playing against that time. Even though Appa picks up the 4K, it's Noble picking up the match point, and now at match point, Noble with an opportunity to not just close off this map, but close off this series and make their way into the lower bracket decider finals. Now, for the side of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're not going to be able to afford full buys. You see Spectres coming out, so it's up to them to try to make a fast push, and they're doing just that on the C side. Love and Bondev pushing in. Love will find the first kill onto Rexy, throw out the pain grenade, and delay any sort of retake coming in from the city side. But Noble, they're waiting for their teammates to come through. They're going to go for that 4v5 retake together. Now, 2 members to garage, 2 members to retake. The retake will happen, but Appa, he's going for the TP, and it will be late for a second further. Hush will find the headshot and make it 4v4, and it's gonna be up to Noble to go for the retake. The Dark Cover's coming out to block off long. The Paranoia will come through to set off the push, and Noble will now take this side. Sami will find one bond with another, but Hika able to instantly answer back, and that's 3v2 for Noble. Nepu, he's playing this extremely back. He's playing this for the side. Hush, he's found the defuse, but Juven with 2. Can Juven and Nepu stop this? Yes, they can, and that will be SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT staying alive in this tournament for one more round. Or more.
Or more, yes. Like, when you consider this play, I think Noble, they just got way too excited. Like, they got way too excited that this round was a bit of a problematic manner. And SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they were able to come out on top in this engagement using the aggression against the side of Noble Esports. Juven, especially with that recon bolt, able to set himself up for that kill, and then with the spray down through the smoke, able to tag Hirsch down to very low HP, allowing the flanking Nepu to get that kill onto him, forcing this round into a 5 and 12. But at the same time, you can't really get overconfident this time around. This could be an equal round, I believe, for the side of Noble Esports, as they did lose a lot of guns in that previous round. So let us see what they're going to be bringing down to the table. So the Boombot does spot out Hika at the bare minimum, but Nepu, he comes in for the sidelines. He's able to get that one kill on the Sami, but Hirsch, he's way too quick as well to get that return frag. It's going to be leaving them in a 4 versus 4 situation. The Lurk has been killed at the bare minimum, so that is going to be the good factor. But Love, he's able to answer one onto Hika, taking no damage, not much damage himself. So let us see what SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT can do against the Noble Esports.
At 3v4 in the advantage of SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, it's going to be up to them to try, up to Noble to try and find a way into this site. They could not do it in Garage and they went for the B-long push, but now Bond holding it down will deny that C-long angle, and Noble with nowhere to go, just looking for exit frags mostly, but they can't really, the save not really work for them. They need the money without the save penalty coming through, so they need to go for the plays. Juven able to take down Rexy, and Sai, he picked up a gun, so him saving does make sense in this round. But SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're able to pick up yet another round for themselves, and now if they're able to win this next round, which will be the buy round for Noble, that will set the stage for a comeback, and a comeback is what I think all of us want to see, because both of these teams, the action they are bringing to us is phenomenal gameplay and just showing us exactly why they deserve to be in the top 4 stage of this tournament. Both of these teams extremely close to each other, neck and neck, constantly battling for every single tiny advantage in a particular round, able to make sure that they're not giving up any for themselves, not making any mistakes. But now Noble, they have 6 more match points to try and secure this, and they're gonna try to do that in this round. The Hunter's Fury will come out from Rexy, he'll tag a couple of players, will not find a kill just yet, though barely missing on that 3rd tag. And now Noble, they're going to just play it slow, wait for SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT to aggress, but SLAYTHEMWITHRESPECT, they're doing just that. And now the counter Hunter's Fury will look to try and tag, does not find a tag yet, and Rexy will put on his dancing shoes and miss it altogether. Running back instantly popped by Rexy, and beautiful side defense coming out from Rexy to deny the C-long push.
C-Long push was instantly denied, but ooh, Sai, he's playing a bit too aggressive on that top side. He does get taken out by the hands of Bondev, who was doing the dance of death himself. Coming in from his angle, the C side has been opened up just a little bit, but Rexy, he's just chilling out and seeing what he can find. Hika throwing out the dark covers to make sure his teammate does not get pushed on. But Slay Them With Respect, they're making a fast rotation going onto this A side, and it's gonna be Hirsch on the meat grinder, or he's gonna be grinding the meat instead, as everyone from the side of Slay Them With Respect, they're gonna be rushing on down in. Hirsch, he gets that first kill. He's looking for the second. He's gonna be able to find two before he does go down to the hands of Juven, and it's gonna be even out of the playing fields for the side of Noble Esports, going into a
Spike
3
planted.
versus 3 retake scenario. The spike has gone down, so let's see the positions coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. Appa is gonna be able to get that first kill on the Rexy, so no recon bolt available for the side of the retake. And Ika, he does have the ultimate available, so we'll see what he's going to be doing. Sami's not checking all of the corners. He does get caught out of guard, and Juven coming in from a very beautiful post plan. He's going to be able to get those 2 kills, clean it all up, and a 7 and 12 on the scoreboard for the side of Slay Them With Respect. They're clawing their way back. They don't want to go down, and they don't want to go home. This is the Slay Them With Respect that we want to be seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Going in for the fast rotation, going in for the mind games against Noble Esports.
Having won that last buy round, Slay Them With Respect, they buy yet another couple of rounds of breathing room. Noble, they're going to be forced onto an eco the next round, and it's going to be up to Slay Them With Respect to keep the tempo on and not make any mistakes. They played it really well, and looking at the scorecard, you see Juven, Love, Bond, Ava all very close to each other. Nepo is extremely close to the team in terms of frags, but is Juven really leading the charge? 16 kills to his name. For the side of Noble, it's Harsh, Sami and Hika, 18, 17, 17, and I'm going to look at those players to really step up the pace and pull back at 1 round for Noble, because that's all they need. They need 1 round to finish off this map, to finish off this series, and secure their 3rd place position in this tournament and their place in the lower bracket decider finals. Now, we're seeing a small pause come through aggressive, and just as I say that, the pause will actually be off and they will continue with the matchup. But what I wanted to ask you is that where do you think Slay Them With Respect is finding their edges? Because for me, it's a couple of aggressive peaks coming through for Noble, which is really not working out, and that confidence that Noble had earlier in this matchup now going in the favor of Slay Them With Respect.
Find their weakness.
Slay Them With Respect, it seems as though they found out what to do against Noble Esports, but finding out at such a late stage, it's going to be hurting you a lot as well. One small misplay, one small mistake, it's going to be costing you everything. And Slay Them With Respect, they're on that tightrope right now, and one small mistake, one small tilt, it's just going to be ending them off in a matter of seconds. But I love the way Slay Them With Respect are approaching a lot of these rounds. They're playing for the retakes, playing for the trades, but Sai coming in with that Sheriff, just systematic surgery against Appa. He gets that headshot, waits for him out. He's gonna be able to find that Sai. 2 bullets left on that Eagle, goes in for the reload. He's gonna be able to find that 1-man advantage for his side. If he repositions immediately, he's not really gonna be making a lot of mistakes. Sai coming out on top on that engagement is going to give a lot of hope for the side of Noble Esports, but then they need to play it slow. They cannot go in aggressively. They need to wait for the enemies to come towards them, and it's going to be another rotation coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. This time, they're going to be moving down onto the C side, but it is, of course, going to be Rexy waiting it out. But Rexy, he's leaving the site once again, but this is actually a good idea, because you don't want to give the advantage towards the side of Slay Them With Respect. You don't want to give them that man advantage, and playing for this retake in a 5 versus 4 post-spawn situation is going to be beautiful. But Bondev, just as I said, he's able to get that kill off on the Rexy to take him down. Sai, he's trying to make his way towards this gun, trying to find out where it is, but a good play coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. They hide the gun so that Sai, he's not going to have anything going into this retake scenario.
Sai not being able to get the gun, but Hush is able to get the 1 tap. Bond finds a return to, and Nepo another. Will get the advantage to Slay Them. Bond with his 3rd and Nepo with his 2nd, meaning Slay Them With Respect will reduce the round lead to 4 rounds. The next round is going to be so instrumental because it is yet another buy round for Noble Esports, yet another yet another match point for Noble Esports and yet another chance for them to secure the round. But the tempo now is severely in the advantage of Slay Them With Respect. So Noble Esports, they need to find a way to somehow stop this win streak in its tracks and get the match for themselves. And I think the way they can do that is just to go for an aggressive push down a particular side, because that is the characteristic of Noble. They like to go for those creative aggressive pushes. We'll have to see if they choose to do just that. Now, all 5 members of Slay Them With Respect stacking towards that A side, looking for the picks. Not gonna find anyone just yet because Noble, they've left Hush by himself to hold on to this side. The running back will get popped and instantly sent back by Hush, but that the tripwire is down and that means the A long angle is open. The pain grenade will tag him down, but they don't know he's here. Love though will find the instant headshot and will give the advantage to Slay Them. Love with another, but Sami able to find the answer back.
Oh my God.
Take him down, and now it's 4v2 for Slay Them With Respect. They've got the side control and they're looking for the spike plant.
Oh my god. Oh my
One
god.
player
Oh, I
standing.
feel bad for Depu. Depu's just at 1 HP, but Alpha, he comes and dashes from the back and be able to take one on the Eka, leaving Rexy in a 1 versus 4 situation. But this is very much possible for the side of Rexy. 2 members are really low. One with 100 HP, one with literally 1 HP being Nepu. But Rexy, I don't think he's going to be opting to go for this. He's going to be opting to go in for the save and looking out for these exit frags. But how many rounds are you going to be dropping? They wait from a 12-3, I believe. 12-5, sorry. What was the scoreline when they were switching up sides? 12-4, I believe. Moving down into a 9-12 now. They're looking really strong.
Yeah, Slay Them With Respect on a 5-round win streak now, and Noble Esports really not able to find an answer to their aggressive plays. Noble Esports once again going to be forced into an eco round, and they're not able to stop the aggressive side takes by Slay Them With Respect. Slay Them With Respect, especially Love and Bondef, the way they're able to set up the site for their team, just be the entry fraggers that their team needs to be able to get this 5-round win streak for themselves, playing out a massive and really interesting matchup for us. Now the flash will come out from Bond and will just send Sai right back out. Sai with the Blaze Storm, he's looking for the aggressive plays and he's looking for the aggressive push. He's gonna find multiple members and trying to find this. We'll find one, we'll find two, we'll find the third. Oh
One
my
player
god!
standing.
Took him down. Already 41 for Noble Esports. This is what I meant. This is why I wanted the aggressive push. This is the identity of Noble Esports, and using this, they're looking to secure the match for themselves. 4v1, can Appa pull out a 1v4 clutch? We'll have to see. The spike is right here, and all members of Noble Esports playing it extremely safe, waiting for Appa to step up just once.
Oh, that's an RB.
He's gonna be standing down the barrel of everybody, and a thrifty round. 13-9 win for Noble Esports. An aggressive push will secure them their map win, their series win, and their place in the lower bracket decided finals.
If you told me that they're going to be winning out the eco round in this fashion and Sai, him pulling off plays like this, he's going to be getting 1, he's going to be getting 3. That was absolutely beautiful coming out from the side of Noble Esports. Them going for that mid push. They didn't even go for this mid push whatsoever in the previous rounds, and they were able to come out on top. And Sami, 258 SES, followed by Love. These two duelists were popping out of their minds, and Sami with the 20 kills. Every single one of the members coming up from both of these sides played it beautifully. And ladies and gentlemen, still, it is going to be Noble Esports moving forward from the lower bracket finals. And they're going to be happy. They're going to be kicking hard. But at the same time, a really nice try coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect.
Yeah, props to be given to both teams for what was a really entertaining series, but it's Noble Esports. Your winners will be moving on to the lower bracket decided finals and waiting for their opponent to come through from the upper bracket finals. But before we get too far from ourselves, let's just take a second to take a breath and really look back to the phenomenal gameplay brought to us by both of these teams with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Now, throughout this series, for me, the key, thing about Noble was that they're continuously willing to adapt. They're continuously willing to just be able to be creative and be able to find these niche plays that you don't really expect from them. The unpredictability from Noble coming up huge in the way they're able to surprise their opponent and take down this map. This is why I wanted an aggressive push in the last few rounds, because I do feel like Noble, the players really thrive when they're dictating the pace of the particular battle, the particular duels coming out, and that aggressive push coming out from Noble completely catching Slay Them With Respect off guard, securing that round for them. thrifty round to end it off really speaks volumes about this team, and they're a team to be scared of. Now they've secured that third place position, and they're going to look to make their way towards the grand finals. For the side of Slay Them With Respect though, so much props to be given. Kudos to this team in their first iteration in their tournament. They made it to the top 4, and I'm excited to see what they bring forward in the next series, because all they really need is a couple more weeks to just get that practice done, find the synergy between the team, because the players themselves, they have immense potential.
There's not really a lot to say about what like Satan Disrespect could have done better. Maybe they could have just played it a bit more slower, but at the same time, like, this team is just absolutely beautiful in the way that they play. And Slay Them With Respect, they don't just have they just missing one thing. They don't have the same discipline that Noble Esports does, and this just comes with practice, playing as a team, working on your strategies, working on how you're going to be playing. There was not really any outliers when it came to the micro play, to the macro play. It was all just down to the team play and not having enough practice. So ladies and gentlemen, this is still gonna be an amazing set coming out from the side of Slay Them With Respect. They didn't win this map set, but they still won our hearts. So hopefully in Series 5, they're going to be coming back even stronger. And I'm hoping to see all of you down in Series 5 as well. So get down into the description and check out the links right now, because Series 5 is going to be hectic. All of these teams, we have seen some amazing players come out on Series 4. Look at tryouts. Look at Slay Them With Respect. Look at Powerpuff Boys. All of these big names, all of these small names going into the big names right now. So we're going to be hoping to see you guys step up to the plate as well down in Series 5.
It really is all about the dedication and the belief that you have in your capabilities that will bring them forward. And we have to give kudos to all those teams, but we also have to give props to Noble Esports. They took a break in Series 3, and recently they've disbanded. They parted ways with their current organization. And while this team is going to stick together, this is their last hurrah with the banner of Noble Esports, and it's really nice to see them really make the best out of it. Now, I'm curious to see if they can make better of the last time they finished in the third position, if they can get to the grand finals. And to do that, they need their opponent in the lower bracket decider finals. That opponent gonna come from the upper bracket finals that we're gonna see real soon. So make sure you're on for that. Make sure you have the make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get the content notifications brought to you by the Esports Club. Make sure you also check out the links in the description below for all the discounts brought to you by the Esports Club for your peripherals, and a chance for you to really play on the equipment suited for the best of the best. Now, we're going to go set ourselves up for the amazing upper bracket finals soon to come between Velocity Gaming and Reckoning Esports. And we'll have to see if Reckoning can just keep finding their momentum forward and display the potential that this team has, or if Velocity, the juggernauts, will just end up trampling them over. For now, we're going to take a small break and we're going to set ourselves up for the next series. And we'll see you there with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 4, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.